For Friday night's live record sale. I just sent a message to Craig saying we're live. Craig just sent me a message. He just sent me a message. Oh,
What that guy?
We'll lay Steve right here. We got a really cool Steve Earle record here we just found in the back. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in just a second. But yeah, successful sidewalk sale. We got lots of really cool new vinyl we're going to show. And yeah, let's do some selling. Okay, let me go over here to, let's get this shared. All right, so if you're watching on Facebook, there's a couple different ways you can share. Let me find my pre-workout. Got to have some pre-workout if I'm going to stay focused for this. I need a couple of Tylenol too. My back is sore from moving stuff around. Let's share this to a whole lot of records. Let's share it over here. All right. Give me 1 second. Got that shared. Let's get it shared at the Instagram. Let's see, photos. Get on YouTube. Okay, so let me start over my instructions again. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a couple ways you can help us out right now. I need to say this in a couple hours, right in the middle of the sale, so everybody knows for sure. You can hit the share button on Facebook, and that will really help us out. And then also if you don't like sharing, hitting the like up button will do. I actually need to make a post. Let me go over here and do this right quick. Give me a second. We're getting there. All right. Story. I'm still here. I've learned just to be quiet and share all this instead of trying to talk and ramble on. Okay, here we go. We probably sold over, I don't know, we sold well into the thousands today. I can't believe it. I got here, checked our numbers. We sold well into the thousands of records for the sidewalk sale. Okay. I take Arsenal Inferno Elite. Y'all are about to see my entire attitude change. It's going to be like I just woke up from the dead. I'm going to have intense focus and a lot of energy for the next 4 hours. And then I got to take another one. And then another one. And then another one. All right. This is Judas Priest Killing Machine. Whoever just asked, Judas Priest Killing Machine, $29.99. The two's a little messed up, but that is $29.99. Let me start with new vinyl right off the bat. If you're watching on YouTube, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. That tells me that you like this feed, okay? And if you like this feed, that means you like us, and that means you're going to help us out by liking it. So one and the same. All right. Yeah, we went through that crate late last night. Let's go ahead and throw up a crate of new vinyl. I'll take my time kind of going through it because it's all new, a lot of new stuff and restocks. So let me see what we got right in here. On my back. Yeah, I need pre-workout Tylenol. Good evening. How do we buy off the live? Very easily. So I'm about to start showing records, Shelly. And when I show a record, if you want it, you just comment what you're wanting. So I'll give you an example in about 5 seconds. Weezer Pinkerton is $36.99 wheel price. $36.99. I have 2 left. Weezer Pinkerton. So here's how this works. I'm going to show you a record like Wasp. This is Wasp Dominator. It is $28.99. It's a first come, first served basis on all of our Buy It Now stuff, unless I have multiple copies, which on new vinyl, sometimes I will. But Wasp is $28.99. If anybody wants it, they're going to comment Wasp. If you end up buying it, I will give you first-time buyer instructions. Pretty easy. I'll give you first-time buyer instructions. So I'll recognize you're a new buyer, and then I'll tell you what to do from there. Wasp is $28.99. So far, right now, these are all new and sealed, new releases, new restocks, new reissues, and then here in a minute, I will start putting up some auctions. Saint Anger. Some say this is the best Metallica album. $36.99. I have not actually had this in stock in quite some time. $36.99 Metallica Saint Anger. So now we have Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, the Black Album, Load, Reload, Death Magnetic, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I forgot to mention Saint Anger. 72 Seasons. We have Garage Inc., Garage Days Revisited, Metallica S&M, Metallica S&M 2. We have all those in stock. We have all those in stock. That's amazing. That is $36.99 for Saint Anger, and this has been we haven't had it available in quite some time. Martin Pryor wants a Metallica Saint Anger. We have John Wilson for a Saint Anger. Kill 'Em All is $29.99, and the Black Album is $39.99. Black Album is $39.99. Black Album's 2 LP. It sounds fantastic too. I have 1 copy of Modest Mouse. Good news for people who love bad news. Modest Mouse is $44.99. Why won't these stay up back here? There we go. Modest Mouse is $44.99. Let's see here. Modest Mouse. Modest Mouse. Where was the wait list for that? I know it was 1 person. Sorry, we got a lot of people on waiting list tonight. Collect the Soul, Modest Mouse. I'm just skipping over it. See, it's somewhere right in here. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know if I copied that one over, but I'm not for sure. Modest Mouse is $44.99. If not, it's still on the laptop. I see Cage the Elephant. I see Creed. I see Cage the Elephant, Santana, Tarantino, Front. Yes, I must not copy that off. So, okay. Stephanie Harder says she wants a Metallica Black Album. That's right there in the bins behind Pink Floyd. Stephanie, we got one of those pulled for you. How much is Metallica S&M? I think they're 50. Let me find that. I hope we have one. We should. They're $59.99, I believe. 88, 72 Seasons Purple. Eddie, I wish. That's Metallica right there. How much is it? $59.99. Yes, S&M 1 is $59.99. That's a triple LP. Eddie, I have 89 people on a waiting list. I got 89 people ahead of you wanting a Metallica Purple. I've got black though, $39.99. I got 89 people on a waiting list for Metallica on purple vinyl. I don't think they're going to make any more though. If they do, I've got a back order. Scott Smith wants a Metallica Saint Anger. That's sold to Scott Smith. And anybody else? So Modest, we had Wasp, Metallica, Modest Mouse, Motorhead, self-titled. James Bragg, you was on a waiting list for this. James Bragg, I had you on a waiting list. That is $33.99. If anybody else wants one. Bad Company, Holy Water. This is from Friday Music. Friday Music, $44.99. That's on colored vinyl. I don't think I've ever had a new copy of that. Bad Company, Holy Water. And that, man, I wish I could have remembered. I might get the invoice sheets because all these, I got a lot of restocks from Friday Music, and most of them's on colored vinyl. If anybody wants S&M 1, let me know. It's $59.99. Wasp, the best of the best, is $44.99. That is their greatest hits, $44.99. Skid Row, this is on orange vinyl, I believe. Orange vinyl. Skid Row self-titled, $44.99. Like I said, lots of Friday Music stuff in here. Now, Friday Music, they actually, in their descriptions, they put audiophile quality. And their stuff is always a tad cheaper. Now, everything I've listened to has been really good sounding. I don't know about y'all, but everything I've ever got sounds pretty decent to me. Now, I'm not an audiophile buff that's going to be splitting hairs over them using one extra mic on a kick drum or something. But to me, they sound really good. Kelly Gabney on Skid Row and Robert Voorhis on Wasp. Those are both sold. A lot of these I've only got one of to take waiting list. So if anybody else wants one, let me know. I'm going to reorder them all. Slaughter, Stick It To You. Once again, Friday Music, $44.99. Colored vinyl. Slaughter, $44.99. The Police, Synchronicity, $31.99. And the waiting list for the Police was Brent McKinney. Brent McKinney. I'll have you down for the Police. There's another one if anybody else wants it. New and sealed. David Bowie, Young Americans. David Bowie is $31.99 for Young Americans. $31.99. And Creed, Human Clay. There was a waiting list for this. Mike Vandergits. I sold out and had one extra to get to him. I've got two more here. Creed, $39.99. Robert Voorhis also wants Slaughter. Get some of the hair metal tonight. Robert, Wasp, and Slaughter, and those are sold and sold. Modest Mouse, The Moon, and Antarctica. Okay, I think I've got two more here that I have not had before tonight. This is the 10th anniversary edition of The Moon and Antarctica. This is $44.99. Modest Mouse, The Moon, and Antarctica. John Wilson on Creed. That is sold to John Wilson. The Moon and Antarctica, I don't think I've had that copy before. Faster Pussycat, Greatest Hits. This is also from Friday Music, and I believe they do these on pink vinyl. This one should be pink vinyl from Friday Music, $44.99. Slaughter colored vinyl. Yes, the Slaughter is on, I think, gold or red. That's what they've done those on. I believe gold or red. David Tate on Faster Pussycat, and those are on pink vinyl as well. The Best of Wasp, Todd Tipton, if you want on that waiting list, the Best of Wasp was $44.99. David Tate got Faster Pussycat, and David Tate also on the Slaughter waiting list. David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile. David Lee Roth is $44.99, and that's also on colored vinyl. As well as we sell this album anytime we get an OG or a Japanese pressing. We had a Japanese pressing the other night. This is $44.99. $44.99. And then here's another Modest Mouse we have not had. We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. And that was $44.99. Modest Mouse, We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. Those two are available along with the other one. John Sheehan on David Lee Roth. I didn't know this album was even in print. I clicked on the Friday Music tab and went through their catalog and found all kinds of stuff that I didn't know was in print. Some stuff that I guess they restocked that wasn't necessarily new releases, so I don't see it, and I didn't have them back ordered. So, and yeah, there's the other Modest Mouse, which is We Were Dead. Tanner thought we had a waiting list for this. That's why I had 4 of them. If I did, I didn't have it wrote down. So I guess I need to double check that. And if we could so kindly block Mr. Mike Foss, I think that would make us both very happy. Mike Foss is now a faded memory of Coletco. Any negative comments, you're automatically blocked and removed to never be seen again. And that probably is going to make everybody happy, including the person watching. He must be just a terrible person to be around. Craig Wade says he's in the mountains of North Carolina and he needs some Japanese pressings. I have a whole crate in the back. We'll bring them up here. All right. Okay. Wasp, one more time through this bin. Wasp Dominator, $28.99. Wasp Dominator, $28.99. $36.99 for Metallica Saint Anger. Modest Mouse, good news for people who love bad news, $44.99. Motorhead self-titled, $33.99. Bad Company Holy Water, lots of these are Friday music, that's $44.99. The Police Synchronicity, David Bowie Young Americans. Creed, we have Modest Mouse, The Moon in Antarctica. David Lee Roth, somebody said go over this one more time. David Lee Roth, Eat 'em and Smile is Friday music. I need to tell you the color of that, but it is colored vinyl, and that is $44.99. Modest Mouse, We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, $44.99. Okay, let's see here. So John Sheehan on David Lee Roth. It is 180-gram Friday music. I hate Pablo. That's not a negative comment, actually. That's just a statement. Will Price wants Modest Mouse, We Were Dead. Sell that to Will Price, and I guess I need to maybe go back through and figure out if we did have a wait list for that. David Tate on Bad Company. David Tate on Bad Company. And Skyscraper. Yes, they actually had that in stock. I didn't order it, though. Where to go when you ask about records. If you're curious about ordering something or anything like that, is send our page a message. Send the Coletco page a message. The Faster Pussycat was Greatest Hits. Faster Pussycat Greatest Hits. All right, let's go through those one more time. Sorry, I got something on my tongue. Modest Mouse, David Lee Roth. Modest Mouse, Creed, David Bowie, Police, Motorhead, Modest Mouse, Metallica, and Wasp. We got 4 more crates of new vinyl. James Rayner, I can get you a David Lee Roth Skyscraper, sure. And can you get Wasp? Yes, Todd Tipton on the Wasp, Greatest Hits, or Best of Wasp, and Andy Wade wants David Lee Roth. Yeah, I didn't know that was in print. Sell that to him. Which Bad Company? That was Bad Company Holy Water. Bad Company Holy Water. That was from Friday Music. Colored vinyl, $44.99. $44.99. And Richard Allen also on Skyscraper. And I think that's, once again, Friday Music. Friday Music does stuff. They do it usually on colored vinyl. I will say it's usually like a hair, a little bit pricier than most new 180-gram LP, but they classify it as audiophile. So, I don't know. I don't usually order a lot of it, but we sell a bunch of it. Head it out. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Okay. What were the other? Modest Mouse, We Were Dead, or Bad News, and Antarctica, I believe. So, can you get the Whitesnake Black album? No, I don't believe so. Richard Allen on Skyscraper. And what we might do when everybody else is on, that crate we just went through was a lot of stuff. If we don't mind to set those titles aside, I might show those again later, because those are some that I figured we would have a waiting list for. David Lee Roth and some of those other ones we just sold out of. Bad Company. That's only why I only ordered one. I'll show those in about another half hour when we go through stuff again. Let me go ahead and get started in a bin of new vintage arrivals. I just got handed a box of new 45s, and boy, I meant to post y'all some pictures. We had a whole box of, we had a whole room. Our back room is obviously full of records, but we went through a lot of stuff last night. I found box after box of stuff that I didn't know we had, especially really good 45s. But yeah, I can get more Holy Water. If anybody wants on the Bad Company Holy Water waiting list, let me know. That album's not easy to come by. Captain and Tennille, Come In From the Rain. Captain and Tennille is $9.99. These are all new vintage arrivals. Sidewalks of Sale, major success. We sold thousands of records today. Thousands. We're going to be selling more thousands tomorrow. We're going to be digging out stuff. We're already doing it right now. We've got all new stuff again tomorrow. John and Ed and everybody that was like, everybody was outside today. They was like, people were like, I can't believe y'all are selling these for $1. I was like, that's why you got to make the trip. If you're out of town, go ahead and leave right now. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, 20 classic tracks, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99. The Beach Boys, 20 classic tracks. John Denver, Farewell Andromeda, $12.99. $12.99. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Absolutely loaded with hits. Original inner sleeve, Bruce, $19.99. The Eagles' greatest hits. Boy, this looks like a nice copy. It is, $34.99. The Eagles' greatest hits. ZZ Top, Eliminator, also $34.99. Well, where do these come from? These are some pristine, is that a word? Pristine looking records. Alabama, The Closer You Get. This has their hit song, Dixieland Delight. $9.99 on Alabama, The Closer You Get. Ah, cool. Simon & Garfunkel with Hop Sticker. $14.99. Simon & Garfunkel's greatest hits. 14 of the greatest hits, including many unreleased live performances. $14.99. Alabama Mountain Music. $9.99. So we had Michelle on the Holy Waters waiting list. Let's see. Stephanie Harder first on Alabama. That has to be for The Closer You Get. Michael Golston, looks like you were second. It was a mid-90s release. I had it on CD, but like, what era is the concert? There's a couple of Live Bad Company, but they're not from the 90s. They're from the 70s. John Young on Simon & Garfunkel. Corey Wade wants Alabama Mountain Music. So Corey Wade was first to this one. Michelle, it looks like you were second. Okay. Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits Volume 2 in shrink wrap and hop sticker, $24.99. Clean copy. Hank Williams Jr. Greatest Hits Volume 2. This is Half Nelson Duets, $14.99 with Ray Charles, Lacey J. Dalton, Merle Haggard, etc. That's $14.99. Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits, $24.99. Hank Williams Jr.'s Greatest Hits, that's $24.99. And The Who's Greatest Hits. Boy, these are some nice looking. They're all in shrink wrap with these original price tags. That's $19.99. The Who's Greatest Hits. Calvin Ward on Hank Williams. That's sold to Calvin Ward. Well, let me make sure which one he wants. There was Greatest Hits and Greatest Hits Volume 2. That'll be up to Calvin to let me know which one he wants. We had Willie, Half Willie, The Who's Greatest Hits. The Complete $1 Million Sessions. This is from the $1 Million Quartet. $29.99. After inflation, it's now worth over $1 billion. The $1 Million Quartet, which is Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Elvis Presley, $29.99. Let's see here. Calvin Ward, he wants both of the Hank Williams, and we have another $1 Million Quartet. This one, obviously a different pressing. This is $29.99. So how much was The Who? The Who? Who? Oh, The Who. The Who is $19.99. $19.99. Elvis Presley, Interviews and Memories of the Sun Years in shrink wrap, $24.99. There was the Friday Night Drag Racing that just went by. Fred Carnell on Quartet. So Fred, it looks like I've got two versions. I've got a gatefold, and then I've got, I don't know if this is a foreign pressing. Let's see what we have here. I guess this is just another reissue. And this one, yes, I mean, they're both on Sun. One's a 2LP. So just let me know which one you want. And then Kyle second. Elvis Presley #1 hits with poster, $24.99. Elvis Presley #1 hits, $24.99. He wants the complete. I guess that's one way to look at it. There's the $1 Million Quartet. This is the complete $1 Million Sessions. Okay, so that's probably, and then Kyle, let me know if you want that one, which I think is just $1 Million Quartet. I do not have that Anthrax in stock. I don't think that is available right now. Elvis Presley, $24.99. Jimi Hendrix, Rainbow Bridge. It appears that Rainbow Bridge is in shrink wrap. It is very nice. $34.99 Jimi Hendrix Rainbow Bridge in shrink wrap. Band of Gypsies in shrink wrap. This is also $34.99. That's nice. I think technically that's the reissue label for this. Two nice copies though of Jimi Hendrix back to back. And a third one, the soundtrack recordings from the film Jimi Hendrix. This is also $34.99. Very cool. So 3 Hendrix there, all super clean copies. The best of Bob Dylan, a rare batch of Little White Wonder. We had these the other night. We had a rare batch of Little White Wonder, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and then the best of. So this is like the compilation of Dylan rare tracks, $34.99. Calvin Ward, you're first to Jimi Hendrix. You can have Rainbow Bridge, Band of Gypsies, or soundtrack. John Young was first. Brian C. wants the Jimi Hendrix soundtrack. Or John Young was second, and Brian C. wants the Jimi Hendrix soundtrack. So let me rephrase that. John Young was first to Rainbow Bridge if Calvin doesn't want it. There's Crash Landing. Crash Landing is $24.99. Has some cover damage up here. But this is $24.99. Calvin wants the first two in shrink. So Calvin gets this one and that one. Calvin Ward. And we have John Young was second on Rainbow Bridge then, and Brian C. gets the Jimi Hendrix soundtrack. That's sold to Brian C. So Dylan, there's another Hendrix. Joe King Carrasco. Is that how you say his last name? Carrasco and the Crowns. That is $14.99. Joe King, $14.99. Roy Orbison, the original sound. On Sun, this is $9.99. It's a later Sun record, but it has all of his Sun hits on it. $9.99. Carrasco. Tony Caldwell says he'll take the Elvis that's in shrink wrap with a poster. I catch you of a Ringo Starr photograph. I can go pull you one of those right now. I've got that album. I probably got a whole stack of them. Let's see here. What Jimi Hendrix was that? That was Crash Landing. Has some cover damage back here. This is like this one little part, the back part of the top spine has got like messed up, but the vinyl, super nice, and that's $24.99. Snoopy and His Friends, the Royal Guardsmen. Snoopy and His Friends is $19.99. $19.99. I've also got The Best of the Doors. This is a quad pressing, $39.99. $39.99. Quad pressing, The Best of the Doors, $39.99. Scott Smith wants the Royal Guardsman. That's sold to Scott Smith. Wax, Magnetic Heaven. Wax is $9.99. Magnetic Heaven. Rod Stewart, Smiler, $19.99. Rod Stewart, Smiler. Nice. $19.99. The Hollies, A Crazy Steel. That's a later album of theirs you don't see as often. In shrink wrap, very nice condition. $9.99 for the Hollies. Roger Cook, Meanwhile. Roger Cook is $14.99. Black Rose, John David Souther, $14.99. And 16 Men Swingin', Count Basie, $19.99. Stereotomy, the Alan Parsons Project, $14.99. What was the last son? The last son, Carol Puckett, was Roy Orbison, the original sound, $9.99. What year on the Doors? This quadraphonic pressing was probably released on that, based on that label, probably early 80s. The Best of the Doors came out in 73. It looks like this quad pressing with this label, that's probably an 80s pressing with that label. All the great Doors songs in quadraphonic sound. Stereotomy. It is stereotomy, not stereotomy. Stereotomy. Alan Parsons sold to R.M. Lazelle. We have Miles Davis Tutu. Miles Davis Gold Stamp promo, $29.99 for Miles Davis Tutu. Bette Midler, The Divine Miss M. That's also a quad press, $19.99. Bette Midler. Richard Betts, Highway Call. Richard Betts is $24.99. And Kenny Rogers, Greatest Hits, $9.99. Kenny Rogers, Greatest Hits. That's his greatest hits. Chick Corea, The Leprechaun, $14.99. $14.99. Jeff McMaster first on Miles Davis. Then Mark said, can he see it again? I'll let you see it again. Sorry, sold to Jeff though. Has this hop sticker on it. Gold stamp promo. Sticker on the back. Very clean copy. Sold to Jeff McMaster. Mark, looks like you were second. Peter and Gordon, Knight in Rusty Armor. $9.99. That's in shrink wrap. Graham Nash, Wild Tales, $14.99 for Graham Nash. Wild Tales, one of Graham Nash's solo albums. Very nice. Youthful Offenders. What's that doing in here? Domination, $39.99. Youthful Offenders, Domination, $39.99. Where's Mike Massey at? Oh, we have something else here. This is $19.99. Abandoned Youth. What do we have here? The Glory Stompers, Abandoned Youth. Cutty Ranks, Reggae 12-inch, $14.99. Enjoy Records, Music Gram, The Mastodon Committee. The Mastodon Committee. That's the artist, Music Gram, $14.99. Jeff McMaster first to Youthful Offender. And it looks like Paul Beal first on Abandoned Youth. And we have Cardinal Off Shall Old Time Killin' Remix featuring Busta Rhymes. $9.99. $9.99. Old Time Killin' Remix featuring Busta Rhymes. All right, that was our first bin of new vintage stuff tonight. Let me recap those because there's some really good stuff left in here, especially right back here at the beginning. I'm surprised that has not sold. Give me about 20 seconds to step to the back room and see what I can find for our Japanese auctions tonight. So let me go do that righty now. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's pause for station identification. Let's pause and put up our first two Japanese auctions, which is Boston, Don't Look Back. Boston, Don't Look Back is an EX copy, which is just a tick from being pristine. This is just a tick from being pristine. I think it has, I'm looking at side A, there's not a mark on it. It has a scuff here, just like minute, but it is what it is. This is going to be a $40 start. Very nice vinyl, super glossy, super nice. There's the Japanese insert. There is actually the original inner sleeve with the lyrics. Boston, Don't Look Back, $40 start. Excellent cover of Obi. That's a $40 start. Boston, Don't Look Back. Over here, we have CCR. This is CCR Best 20. CCR Best 20, which is another hits comp. Also EX, pretty much the similar thing going on here. Just a tick from being what I would call near mint minus and pristine. Multi-page flip book with lyrics, loaded with great Creedence tracks. That's also a $40 start. I don't know if I've had that exact one there, Best 20. That's a $40 start. Okay, we had Michael Nath offer $20 for this Jimi Hendrix. I will sell that to you because of the cover damage. Let me find that. Hendrix is right here. Sell that to Michael Nath for $20. R.M. Lazelle, ZZ Top. ZZ Top was $34.99, and it is near mint with original inner sleeve. Near mint with original inner sleeve. $34.99. Carol Puckett, I will see The Who for $18 if you want it. The Who, $18 if you want it. Terry Westwood said 10 on Cuddy. Let me figure out what that was. Cuddy ranks. Sell that to Terry Westwood for 10. And let me get down to the bottom here. Springsteen and Simon & Garfunkel. We've already sold Simon & Garfunkel. And we have a $40 bid on Boston. Japanese Doors albums, very difficult to find. I think we've had some without Obies, but if you ever find any Doors albums with Obies, those carry a premium. Captain and Tennille, Come In From the Rain, $9.99. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, is $14.99. John Denver, Farewell Andromeda, is $12.99. Bruce Springsteen, very nice copy, in shrink wrap, inner sleeve, $19.99. The Eagles' Greatest Hits, $34.99. Half Nelson, this is Willie Nelson with duets, even Leon Russell and, who else did I just say on here? Even Leon Russell and Carlos Santana, $14.99. Elvis Presley, The Sun Years, is $24.99. Elvis Presley, The Sun Years. And the $1 Million Quartet. I didn't know if Kyle Gregory wanted that one or not. He wanted one, but I don't know if he wanted that one, $29.99. That might be sold to him. Let's see, ZZ and Who Bundle. Arm Lozelle, I think I said 18 on that one. He passed, and I'll do 30 on the Who. That'll be 48 for both of them. I'll go ahead and lay those and sold to Arm Lozelle. Mike Kennedy on $1 Million. Kyle passed. That's okay, because Mike Kennedy wants that. Carol passed on the Who. Ivans at 41 on CCR. Gary Samuels on Willie Nelson. That's half Nelson. And Arm Lozelle said he'd take that deal. Okay. That was $48, 30 and 18. 18 for the Who and 30 for that one. The Best of Bob Dylan, $34.99. We have Joe King is $14.99. Roy Orbison, The Original Sound, $9.99. Shelby Campbell on The Sun Years. Or excuse me, Shelly. Shelly, thank you and welcome. First time, welcome. Make sure you message our page, Collectco, with your mailing address and your email address. David Williams on Roy Orbison. That's sold to David Williams. We're having another sale tomorrow night. We'll be here the rest of the night selling. And we'll probably be here till, I don't know, we may do a part 2 even again tonight. If not, we stopped early last night so we get stuff ready for the sidewalk. We'll probably do the same tonight. Wax Magnetic Heaven, $9.99. Rod Stewart Smiler, $19.99. Rod Stewart Smiler. The Hollies, A Crazy Steel, $9.99. Roger Cook, Meanwhile, $14.99. Black Rose, John David Souther, $14.99. By the way, Jeff Johnson's at $45 on CCR, and I think we still only have one bid on Boston. We do Chris DiLorenzo's at $40 on that. David Williams also wants the Hollies. That's sold to David Williams. 16 Men Swinging with Count Basie, $19.99. The Best of the Doors, that was that quad pressing, $39.99. Bette Midler is $19.99. That's also a quad pressing. Richard Betts is $24.99. Kenny Rogers is $9.99. Chick Corea, $14.99. Peter and Gordon, $9.99. Graham Nash, $14.99. The Mastodon Committee and the Old Time Killin' Remix featuring Busta Rhymes. Those were $9.99 and $14.99. Okay, Kenny Rogers to Corey Wade. That's sold to Corey Wade. And as you see, I have looked over a lot of comments because they were like half off or so. And these are new arrivals. If you get closer to like a couple dollars off, I may pay attention to it. Jonathan, I'll do $12 on the Beach Boys. Otherwise, I just kind of skip over because I'm sure, like a lot of those, already sold to the next person, claiming it at full price. But Captain and Tennille, I think somebody made an offer on that. Jonathan said he'll take that for $12. Ryan, I'll say that one for $15 if you want it. Let me put it back here. And Rhonda, if you want Bruce Springsteen, that would be $18. That's usually like a instant seller. 18 if you want that. Anybody else before I go and don't worry, we'll do some half off stuff tonight, right, Tanner? Everybody's in half mood off already. We've done so much getting ready and That happens like after 11 p.m., okay? We'll start selling stuff $5, $8, but we'll do that later. Sean, we'll sell him the Busta Rhymes for $8. Rhonda's going to take the Bruce Springsteen for $18. And Chick Corea, let's sell that to David Plunkett for $10. And let's see here. Let's see. We Were Dead, when you get a chance. Yeah, everybody's been seeing, all these out-of-town people's been seeing all the stuff about $1. So they're like, man, where's that at for us? And I'm like, well, you got to come here. That's why we do that here. We want people to come to the store. That's why we do that. We're trying to get people to come here to the store. Still can't pay an invoice, no shipping outside of USA. We are still trying to figure that out. Sometimes when we're dealing with these international PayPal transactions, it gets kind of complicated, Showstopper Rob. So I don't know. We might have to come up with an alternative solution. So just wait on that. There was some good stuff in the dollar crates. I know. That's why I was trying to tell everybody. I mean, it's not junk. I see a lot of places like dollar sale, and it's like the bottom of the barrel. This is like, man, like just book a hotel room. I mean, consider it a small vacation. As much as y'all like records. Okay. Boston, these two are sold. Chris DiLorenzo gets Boston Don't Look Back for $40. And CCR is sold for $45. And that was sold to Jeff Johnson for $45. And make sure nobody else made an offer on anything in here we didn't do a deal on. I don't think we did. I was just letting y'all know these are new arrivals. Not really, you know, these are literally just put out. The stuff that I'm going to do a lot of tonight at half off, those are records that have been here an entire year. They've been around here for almost a year. These have been around here for 12 minutes. These have literally had the ink on the stickers are still wet. Literally. I mean, Paul and John just brought these up here before they left. The stuff that gets to half off is like been here a year or 8 months, 10 months, somewhere around in there. And then sometimes it gets really cheap outside on the sidewalk. But most of the good stuff gets gone immediately, you know. This is a really cool record here. I haven't had this one before. Master Sound. The Master Sound version of Philip Bailey. And this is Chinese Wall. This is a $35 start. Of course, this has the hit song Easy Lover with Phil Collins. This is an immaculate pressing. This is immaculate pressing. $35 start. $35 start for the Master Sound pressing of Philip Bailey Chinese Wall. I actually called it Chinese Eyes one night, but it is Chinese Wall. Captain and Tennille was $9.99, Terry Westwood. And we have Nina, 99 red balloons, or 99 Luftballons in German. Really nice copy here. This is, yeah, no condition notes, exceptionally nice. Exceptionally nice, and this is a $45 start. $45 start. $45 start. There is this. There is that. How about the people who have thousands of records? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the comment conversation. I think it's people who are amazed by how people have massive collections. And like I tell most people, you can collect records and not listen to them. That's a thing. A lot of people do that. A lot of people buy records and they don't listen to them. They collect them. It's an archive for them. It's the collectability of what they're collecting. That's a real thing. Just like coins. You don't go out and spend them, right, Tanner? You don't go out and spend coins when you collect them. You just look at them. You hold them and go, ah, this is a mint. This is a mint, pristine Led Zeppelin 1 first OG press and shrink wrap that was out on the shelf the day it came out in 1969. It's beautiful and perfect. I have it. Nobody else wants it or nobody else has it because this is the only one that looks exactly like this and I don't want anybody else touching it. This is mine. I'm putting it on a shelf and no one else can look at it ever again. Even though you just dropped $300 on it. You're never going to listen to it because you just collect it. That's why it's a collectible. Okay. Yes, Chinese Eyes is by Pete Townsend. That's correct. All right, so one more time on this. This is a $35 start for Chinese Wall, and Nina is a $45 start. Okay. Yeah, some people get very frustrated when they find out people buy records and don't listen to them. I was like, well, that's probably most people. Black Sabbath. I got a big restock of this finally. This is the purple and black splatter vinyl. I had another waiting list for this. Black and purple splatter vinyl, $36.99. That's Eli Tomlinson, Chris DiLorenzo, Joe Ives, Randy Scarborough, and Sean Fairweather. I have those already in for y'all. Eli Tomlinson, Chris DiLorenzo, Joe Ives, Randy Scarborough, and Sean Fairweather. This is $36.99. Black Sabbath self-titled. Like I said, great pressing, great price, $36.99. Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan. Sabotage is $56.99. This is 2LP orange vinyl gatefold with booklet and lenticular cover. Sabotage is $56.99. $56.99 for Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan. I've had a couple people ask about the Modest Mouse titles we have. Let me go ahead and pull those so we can make sure, because somebody was like, I need this or that one out of the first bin. If anybody needs a Modest Mouse, here's the only three I've shown tonight. We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, $44.99. Good News for People Who Love Bad News, and The Moon in Antarctica. Those are all $44.99. If anybody wants one, those are the three Modest Mouse titles we have, $44.99. I know a lot of people who collect comic books, some people who've paid tens of thousands of dollars for a comic book, and they don't read it. They don't read the comic books they collect, just like they don't listen to the records they collect. Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin, $44.99. Physical Graffiti, $44.99. Got a restock of that. And Judas Priest, Point of Entry. Judas Priest is $28.99. Point of Entry. That is Todd Tipton and Grant Peltzer. Todd Tipton and Grant Peltzer. I already had you on a waiting list for that. Paul Gill says, can I get When We Were Dead? Let's see. Can I get When We Were Dead? Let's see. That is, yes, this one right here. This is sold to Paul Gill. This is sold to Paul Gill. Okay. Thank you, Paul. Let's see here. Paul Gill, Modest Mouse, or no? Yeah, I think that's the one I just pulled for him. Okay, Santana, Supernatural. Santana is $36.99 for Supernatural. Santana Supernatural, $36.99. Got three more of those available. The waiting list for Santana Supernatural was, let me find that, George Ellis, Paul Brothers, Susie Breedlove, and Sherry Darnell. George Ellis, Paul Brothers, Susie Breedlove, and Sherry Darnell. Santana Supernatural. Those are $36.99. Primus, The Desaturating 7. Primus is $29.99. The Desaturating 7. That's a rainbow splatter vinyl. Primus, I have one of those available. Cage the Elephant, Tell Me I'm Pretty, $28.99. Greg Rogers, I've already got one of those pulled for you. Enough's Enough, that's their self-titled debut on green vinyl. That's from Friday Music, $44.99. Motorhead, Ace of Spades, $34.99. Misfits, Earth AD, the Misfits is $28.99. And the other Cage the Elephant is Mellophobia. That is $28.99. Cage the Elephant, Mellophobia. And that was for Greg Rogers. That was for Greg Rogers. Led Zeppelin is $31.99. Led Zeppelin is $31.99. Creed, My Own Prison, $31.99. Back in stock, Creed, My Own Prison, $31.99. And the waiting list for that was Susie Breedlove, Paul Brothers, and George Buchanan. Okay, let me see. Update on our auctions. Final call. If anybody wants to get in on these before I make them a buy it now, 45 on Nina, 35 on Philip Bailey. Justin Cleveland wants Led Zeppelin. I'm assuming that's Led Zeppelin 1 to Justin Cleveland. Thank you if that's correct. Let's run through those one more time. We had Black Sabbath self-titled is $36.99. purple and black splatter vinyl, $36.99. Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan, $56.99. 2LP orange vinyl, that's the colored vinyl with the lenticular cover and booklet, $56.99. Physical Graffiti is $44.99. And Judas Priest Point of Entry, $28.99. Modest Mouse Antarctica and Good News. All right, that's Good News and Antarctica. Those are, y'all are still buying out of the first crate. That's good though. Those both sold to Jeff Johnson. Modest Mouse, Modest Mouse. My Own Prison is on black vinyl. My Own Prison is black vinyl. Supernatural is $36.99. Supernatural Santana. Hendry's looking for All the World's a Stage. I thought we'd already pulled that for him. Is there one over here? We need to just go ahead and, because he says he don't have one. So let's go ahead and pull him this one. This is the last one we have. And I know we don't have one this week already. So Hendry, I'm going to tag you for it right now. All the World's a Stage, $49.99. We also, this is our last copy of this, but we also have Exit Stage left if anybody wants that. That's sold to Hendry. Promise is $29.99. Cage the Elephant, Tell Me I'm Pretty. Enough's Enough, Motorhead, Misfits Earth AD, Cage the Elephant, Led Zeppelin 1, and Creed, My Own Prison. Big sellers. Those are all, most of those are all restocks. Those are all restocks. Some of our best sellers there. Stuff we've ordered multiple times. Now we finally got some to put out here in the store. Okay, like I said, we're going to have a lot of new 50% off to show you. We just knocked out some new 45s. I want to go ahead and show you a handful of those before we go any further. But we got some killer, some new killer 45s here. Let's start first with Susie and the Banshee. Citizen Dust, $29.99, and that's a promo. Susie and the Banshee, Citizen Dust, $29.99. These are all new, never shown, and they're all pristine. Warren Zevon, Leave My Monkey Alone, $11.99. That's a white label promo. Warren Zevon, Leave My Monkey Alone. Donald Fagen, Centuries End, from the soundtrack Bright Lights, Big City. That's also a promo, $11.99. Pat Benatar, Shadows of the Night, $9.99. These are all, when I say they're pristine, and a lot of promos. Culture Club, Move Away, $9.99. That's a white label promo. The Safety Dance with Men Without Hats, Safety Dance, $9.99. Careless Whisper by Wham, featuring George Michael, Careless Whisper, $14.99. George Harrison, When He Was Fab, B-side is Zigzag. George Harrison's $14.99. Van Halen, Black and Blue. That is an EX copy. It is a promo though, $19.99. Van Halen, Black and Blue. And those are singles from the album OU812. Culture Club, this is Gusto Bluxto. That's also a white label promo, $14.99. Mike Kennedy was first to the Donald Fagen, Centuries End. That's sold to Mike Kennedy. Brandon Jackson on Men at Work. That's sold to Brandon Jackson. Carlene Rollins, of course. Carlene Rollins, first on Wham. Michael Weil, first on the George Harrison. And then we got 4 people hunting the Van Halen. The first one to it was Brandon Jackson. Calvin Ward was second, then James Rayner, then Brian C. So we still got Culture Club, Gusto Blusto, and Move Away. Those are $14.99 and $9.99. If anybody wants both of them, I'll sell both of them for $20. Pat Benatar was $9.99. Warren Zevon was a white label promo. And here's a hard one to get. Susie and the Banshees promo copy. A Citizen, or excuse me, I keep saying Citizen. Cities. I'm running this together. Cities and Dust. That's a promo. Susie and the Banshees. That's $29.99. Okay, I'm going to make Philip Bailey, the Master Sound Japanese Pressing, a buy it now. If anybody wants that, that's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now. If anybody wants that, just go ahead and claim it like you're doing it a buy it now. That's a no bid, and so is Nina, surprisingly. This is a beautiful copy in shrink wrap, and that's a $45. That's a $45 buy it now. So Philip Bailey and Nina, 35 and 45. Chris D. Lorenzo wants the Susie. That's so to Chris D. Lorenzo. And Jake Rogers on SB set. Oh, that was Susie and the Banshees. Okay, that's already sold. These are auctions. Here's a really cool one we just found. I'm going to put this up for auction. $55 start. This is Steve Earle. This is his very first release. His very first release. It's an EP, 7-inch EP, and it's actually the first press. See how this says LSI recording? The other ones had LSI records, and then some of them just said LSI. First press here, Steve Earle and the Dukes, pink and black, $55 start. $55 start, and that's his first release ever. And it's very, very nice. It's near mint minus and a VG Plus or better cover. Okay, let me grab, I got one more crate of new vinyl to run through, and then we're probably going to start going through some vintage 50% off, and we're going to go through a lot of it. Here in this crate, I've got Wilco Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Wilco Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. That is $44.99. Wilco is $44.99. Joni Mitchell Blue. This is the newly remastered by Bunny Grunman. Her classic album, Blue, $31.99. Now, we had a waiting list for that, which was, I believe, Sherry Darnell. Yes, Sherry Darnell. I've already got you a Joni Mitchell Blue pulled. Tarantino Experience. This is Volume 1. All the waiting lists have been fulfilled, so if you know you don't have one, here it is. Red and yellow vinyl, the ultimate tribute to Quentin Tarantino, a compilation of music from his soundtracks, or a compilation of music from his films. We had Front 242, Front by Front. That's $34.99. We had one, we sold out of that, and then we had one person on the waiting list, Eric S. Eric S., I have you down for one of those. And then here's Quentin Tarantino Experience Reloaded. Reloaded is Volume 2, and then they have one called Take 3. Take 3 is called Take 3, or Volume 3. That's what they call Volume 3 is what I meant, Take 3. And then James Bragg, let me make sure I got the Tarantinos. Volume 2, which is Reloaded. James Bragg, I've got one pulled for you. Brandon Jackson wants 242. That's sold to Brandon Jackson. We have Collective Soul. Okay, might want to go ahead and jump on this one. I had 2 come in. Jerry Stone was on a waiting list. We got 20. They went ahead and shipped us the other 23 today. Those will be here next week. Okay? This has been long out of stock, long out of print. Go ahead and claim it. I've got one here tonight, and then not this week, but your next invoice, we'll have the rest of them. $34.99. The 25th anniversary edition of the triple platinum selling album, first time on vinyl. First time on vinyl, featuring the hits December, The World I Know, Where the River Flows, and more. And that's Collective Soul, $34.99. I got exactly 23 more of those on the way. This one can be claimed tonight. Jerry Stone, I've already got one for you, and then the rest of them will be here next week. So Jeff McMaster, there's one for you, and then we need to take a list. We need to take a list for anybody else, for anybody who wants one. So we have those. We'll have those next week. If you want one, just let me know. Here's pretty much the only other Radiohead that I can get. The King of Limbs, Radiohead, $31.99. The King of Limbs. Everything else is back ordered and out of stock. Radiohead, and then we got a restock of Led Zeppelin, which turned 50 years old, I think, last week. The 50th anniversary of Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy, 1973. 1973 is when this was originally released. $31.99. Houses of the Holy, $31.99. Remaster. These sound incredible, by the way. And here is the very popular Wilco that we showed the other night. This was actually still in print. Craig he's like, hey, that Wilco album that like 10 people wanted, you can still get that. I didn't even realize that. We had an older pressing, if not we possibly had a first pressing the other night we sold, whoever got that one. But this is called Sky Blue Sky, and that is $36.99. Okay, so Collective Soul. Jeff got the one live. We got Peter Policino on the waiting list. I have not got any Old Crow Medicine Show. Most of their stuff is back ordered too. Peter Policino, Stephanie Harder, Gary Samuels, James Rayner, Eric Fisher, let's see. Yes, Eric Fisher, Michael Potts, and Paul Brothers. And let's see here. Okay. Peter says, I've asked for that before. Yes, you have. But that was something we had back ordered. I didn't really know we were getting it. Jerry Stone made it a point to say, I want on a waiting list. So we had him on a waiting list. If you ever want on a waiting list, say, I want on a waiting list for such and such title, so we have you down. Otherwise, we don't know that you like for sure want it. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. And I don't like doing that until they actually come in, because sometimes things come back in stock and it's been a 30% price increase, and then we have all these waiting lists and people's like, I don't want it now. Or they got it somewhere else and we have all these names and then we have to put them back, etc. So we kind of wait and just say, wait for them to come in, or we'll make a post. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, Wilco, $44.99. Joni Mitchell Blue, $31.99. Tarantino Experience, $44.99. Tarantino Experience Volume 2, $40. So we got Volume 1 and Volume 2. Craig just posted the track list for Volume 1. Kirk Fields, there's the track list for Volume 1. I've also got Volume 2. They're fantastic compilations. Fantastic compilations. Radiohead, $31.99. Lots of Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy, and Wilco Sky Blue Sky, $36.99. Wilco Sky Blue Sky. All right. Do you have any Crack the Sky? I don't. And the only Candlebox we have is self-titled. Candlebox self-titled, which is $59.99. It's on limited edition colored vinyl. Limited edition colored vinyl. It's not numbered. It's just colored. Boy, we got some more cool 45s here. Oh my gosh. Who's ready? You ready, Tanner? Ready. We just found these in the back last night. Oh my, this may be the greatest stack of 45s I've ever pulled. It's $59.99. $59.99. Led Zeppelin is $31.99. Okay, y'all ready? Some fantastic 45s here before I start half off stuff. Duran Duran, The Wild Boys, $9.99. John Lennon, Watching the Wheels. That's EX on the vinyl, $19.99. Just sitting here watching the wheels. Never seen this one before. Fleetwood Mac, Family Man. That's a promo, 1987 for Mirage. That is $14.99. Grim Reaper, The Show Must Go On, $29.99. Never seen that before. Grim Reaper, $29.99. Metal. Dwight Yoakam, Always Late with Your Kisses. Dwight is $14.99. We Got the Beat, The Go-Go's. We Got the Beat is in VG Plus condition, $9.99. Peter Frampton, I'm In You, $9.99. Kylie Minogue. I think that's the pronunciation of that. I Should Be So Lucky, that's a promo, $14.99. Run DMC, Run's House, Beats to the Rhyme, that's also a promo, $19.99 pristine. Tom Petty, You Got Lucky, VG Plus, $14.99. The original price tag, by the way, is placed right on the sleeve. And then, never seen this, Paul McCartney. I thought it said Stranglehold, but it says Strange Hold. White label promo, that is $19.99. Never seen that Paul McCartney. Okay, back up to the top. We have Michael Weil, first on John Lennon, Watching the Wheels. Michael was first to that, then James Rayner. Jeff McMaster, first to Dwight Yoakam. Almost pitched that one up there for auction, but that sold to Jeff McMaster. Brent Rabley, second. Stacy Metternich, third. Tom Ulanowski on the Go-Go's. GG, that sold to Tom Ulanowski. Jeff McMaster on Run DMC. Run DMC to Jeff McMaster. Toby Grimm, you were second. Stacy Metternich on Tom Petty. That sold to Stacy Metternich. And James Rayner, you were second. It is Stranglehold. It is Stranglehold. Oh, it is, isn't it? It does say that. Let me take another look at that again. Stranglehold. Is he covering Ted Nugent? What's going on there? Nigel Del Rocket, Michael Wall. I've never seen that before. All right, here's what's left. Duran Duran, Fleetwood Mac, Grim Reaper, Peter Frampton, Kylie, and Paul McCartney. These are sticker price for right now. And if anybody wants the Steve Earle, $55. If anybody wants the Steve Earle, that's his very first release. If you missed that earlier, that's his first release, first press, anything. His first release was this EP. That's a $55 buy it now. Okay, let me go grab, do you still have the Mammoth first release? Yes, we should. If you want it, we can find it for you and let you know. Let me go get some half-off records. I'm probably going to go ahead and bring a couple crates up here, and let's knock out some half-off. Y'all are going to like half-off records. Who doesn't? Half-off. I just wonder if they can hear me back there huffing and puffing trying to move these crates around. Oh my gosh, these are packed. Seth packed these up. He pulled the dates. And 50% off. Heard nothing. Okay, I guess my mic goes out. Okay. Do you still have the Mammoth? Let me know. Carrie Gibb wants it. Let's try to find that Mammoth record. Oh, hey, it's right here. Right in front record. $36.99, Mammoth. Wolfgang Van Halen. That's sold to Carrie Gibb. Did you say Duran Duran? I did. Give me 1 second. I'll go through that stack one more time. Grim Reaper is $29.99. The Susie and the Banshee is sold. And yes, Jeff McMaster said pass. He's going to pass on Collector's Soul, and it goes to Peter Policino. Did you see that, Tanner? Jeff McMaster, I didn't see that. I saw it, but I forgot he actually got the first one live. So, Peter, you are going to get the Collector's Soul now. Jeff said pass. Did he say he wants on the list? I'm not for sure. Let me see what Jeff said. I think he said he'll pass and get on the list, or maybe he just said pass altogether. Okay. Half-off records. I'm going to have to pull a few out just to get started here. Brownsville Station, $12.50. Self-titled, Brownsville Station. It's got a cool artwork on the front. $12.50, Brownsville Station. Robert Klein, Child of the 50s. That is $7.50. Robert Klein, Child of the 50s. Kim Carnes, Lighthouse. That is $7.50. Kim Carnes, Lighthouse. JoJo Gunn. That's a VG copy. $5 for JoJo Gunn. That's a VG copy. $5. $6.50 for the Earl Scruggs Review. His stuff's been selling. Today and Forever, Earl Scruggs Review. Gold stamp promo on the back. $6.50. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. That is $10. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. $7.50 for Does the Sun Really Shine on the Moon? That is $7.50. And Three Dog Night, suitable for framing. Condition is VG, $5. Three Dog Night, suitable for framing. Paul Gill on the Earl Scruggs Review. That's right here. That's sold to Paul Gill. And we had Brownsville Station, Roger Klein, Kim Carnes, JoJo Gunn, Steve Harley, Gary McFarland, Three Dog Night. I need to pull a few out just so I have some breathing room. If you missed here's the other Collector's Soul we have in stock. Collector's Soul is $34.99. That's Hence Allegations and Things Left Unsaid. If you didn't know we had that one, we do, and they're also $34.99. Paul Gill, only one out of that little stack, sold to Paul Gill. And now, the Fifth Dimension, Love Lines, Angles, and Rhymes. The Fifth Dimension, VG Plus, that is $5 on the Fifth Dimension. Still a bit too many in here. It's like a perfect quantity. Perfect quantity. To get these, it's like where they'll stand up. Lucy and Carly, the Simon Sisters, Sing for Children. VG copy, $5. Leo Sayer, Another Year. Leo Sayer is $5. Famous Scenes from Sir John Galgood's production of William Shakespeare's Hamlet, $10. The Alabama State Troopers Roadshow, white label promo, VG copy, $10. Missing Persons, that's a 12-inch single, I Can't Think About Dancing, $5 for Missing Persons. Point Blank, second season, Point Blank is $5. Dobie Gray, From Where I Stand, Dobie Gray is $5. Chuck Mangione, I think this one's called, yes, the Bella Via. Chuck Mangione EX copy, that is $4. Marian Faithfull, Broken English, Marian Faithfull's a VG Plus, $5. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, their first album, VG Plus, $5. Pam Dickens on the Hamlet, that's sold to Pam Dickens, and Walt Cruz on Alla. That must be the Alabama State Troopers. Sell that to Walter Savage, not Walt Cruz, Walter Savage. JoJo Gunn, Jumpin' the Gun, that's a VG Plus, $5. Carol Puckett on MF, that's Marian Faithfull, and Jared McLaughlin on Gray, Dobie Gray, that's sold to Jared McLaughlin. Netherlands, Dan Fogelberg, $5, that's been ultrasonically cleaned. Cliff Richard, Walking in the Night, Cliff Richard is $5. Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Wire, that's a VG copy, $5. And Little River Band, Backstage Pass, Little River Band, $10, Backstage Pass. Mac Davis Greatest Hits, that's $5. Peter Frampton's Camel, $10. And Eric Carmen, $5. Guitar Country, Chet Atkins, Guitar Country is $5. And the Lemon Pipers, Jungle Marmalade, $7.50. Imus in the Morning is $7.50. Edward Star Wars on CR. CR was Cliff Richard. That's sold to Edward Star Wars. Joe Jackson, You Can't Get What You Want. I think that's a single. Is that what that is? I don't think so. That's one of his. Yeah, that's a single. $7.50. Let's say I've never seen that released before. Michael Weil on Imus in the Morning. Let me find that. That's sold to Michael Weil. Nona Hendrix, The Art of Defense, $7.50. Crystal Gale, Miss the Mississippi, $5. The Kate Brothers Band, $5. Kickin' Valentine, The Revenge of Rock, that's on red vinyl, $12.50. $12.50, red vinyl. Kickin' Valentine, The Revenge of Rock. Real Circus Music, The Big Top 5, VG Plus, $10. And Nat King Cole, A Blossom Fell, $5. Let me grab a stack of new 45s, because I'm really liking some of the stuff that was in this batch. Let me grab another one right over here. Of course, these are new sticker price, but there's some stuff here that we don't see too often. Some cool picture sleeves. So let me show some of these right quick. Try to mix in some new stuff. VG Plus, $29.99. VG Plus, $29.99. David Bowie, Space Oddity, The Man Who Sold the World. It has an odd mark on side A. That's why it's VG Plus. Supertramp, It's Raining Again. I like that song. $9.99. Breathless by X. Riding with Mary. Breathless from the movie in Breathless. Yeah, but that's by X. $19.99. John Lennon, Just Like Starting Over. $19.99. Asia, Go, $9.99. Billy Squier, Everybody Wants You. That is $9.99. EX on the condition. And the Rolling Stones, One Hit to the Body. The Rolling Stones is $19.99. Let's see. First was Mac Davis, a cutout. Let me go back to that so we don't lose our spot. Mac Davis, a cutout. Mac Davis was not a cutout. No, it wasn't. Who asked that? Not a cutout. James Rayner, first on the Supertramp. Of course, these are sticker Tanner. James Rayner on Supertramp. Also on John Lennon, Just Like Starting Over. Michael Weil was second on John Lennon. And Calvin Ward, first on Billy Squier. Those are sold. And Terry Westwood said he wants the Mac Davis at half off. Is there a Tarantino Volume 2? Yes, we still got a Tarantino Volume 2. That leaves the Stones, Asia, X, and David Bowie, Space Oddity, and The Man Who Sold the World. That's really cool. VG Plus, $29.99. Has the original Big K 68-cent price tag on the back. That's really cool. Shelby Hurt wants Tarantino Volume 2. That's Tarantino Reloaded. I have that right here. That is sold. Jeff McMaster on David Bowie. I was waiting for somebody to like be all over that. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Okay, back to some half off stuff. Go with the Ventures. That is $5. Mad Cats is $7.50. Art Garfunkel, $5. Tom Paxton, How Come the Sun, $12.50. Burton Cummings, lead singer of the Guess Who, $7.50. Michael Weil on Go. That's Go with the Ventures. So to Michael Weil. White Heat, $17.50. White Heat, $17.50. It's a Beautiful Day. That is $5. John Clemmer, Intensity, $5. Moon Mullican, Sings and Plays, Mr. Honky Tonk Man, $5. Jan and Dean, Folk and Roll. That's a promo copy. VG, also $5. Atlanta Rhythm Section, a rock and roll alternative. Somebody's name is on the back. We have ultrasonically cleaned it. That has So Into You on it. $4.50. Leon Redbone. That's a VG Plus $7.50. The Young Bloods, Elephant Mountain. That's $5. The Young Bloods. The Weather Girls, Love You Like a Train. The Weather Girls, $5. And the Tramps, featuring the Disco Smashes, Love Epidemic, Trusting Heart, and Where Do We Go From Here? $5 on the Tramps. Tony Caldwell on Jan and Dean. And Alvo Dabney on Atlanta Rhythm Section. That's sold to Alvo Dabney Jr. Joe Simon, Mood, Heart, and Soul, $12.50. And Let's Dance, CBS Dance Classics, $7.50. Jackie Moore, Patrick Hernandez, Denise Williams, and Lolita Holloway. Let me mark that spot. And I got new Japanese stuff. Where is it? Right here, new Japanese auctions. The auction block is empty. That's never good. Ooh, Eddie Money. Ooh, In Excess. Eddie Money, Bill Graham Presents. This is a $35 start. Somebody's going to want this one for, I don't recall having this one before. Eddie Money, self-titled. First track on side B, Baby Hold On. That's a good one. 2 Tickets to Paradise is on here. Wow. $35 start. Near Mint and Pristine. Eddie Money. There is the Near Mint Minus LP. There's the Japanese lyric insert. There is the original CBS inner sleeve and a super nice cover. Actually, the Obi would look better if you slid it right over here like this, so you don't cover up his name. That looks even better, in my opinion. $35 start on that. Don't get that one too often. And In Excess, The Kick. Very clean copy. This is going to be a $55 start. Don't get many of the In Excess stuff on Japanese pressings. Really don't get a lot of it in general. Sells very quickly. That's a $55 start. Does have a rental record sticker on it. Very nice though. No spotting or anything on this cover. Has some kind of solicitation form where you can mail in and buy more records. And it has the Japanese booklet. And the cover, like I said, really nice. That's a $55 start. Okay. Let's see. Eddie Money 35. Eddie Money 35, 37. Before that, John Miller wants the Burton Cummings. John Miller on Burton Cummings. That's sold to John Miller. Terry Westwood on Moon Mullican. That's sold to Terry Westwood. And let me continue here with the half off. So here's tonight's agenda. I've got some, we'll do some like buy it now best offer bins of recent stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of half off, and then we'll probably do some new vinyl recaps up here. I think some of this now is some new vinyl we hadn't maybe been through in a couple weeks or several shows. And we'll do a lot of half off though. We've got, let's see, Wisconsin, Memphis, Kentucky, South Carolina. Those are all locations with people with massive collections. 5,000, 10,000, 2,500, and about 3,000. And I'm probably going to split up our crew. We're probably going to go buy all those collections. By a week from now, we'll probably have 20,000 new records here. So you'll be seeing a lot of new arrivals, new collections, new auctions, new hype stuff. You'll be seeing a lot. We're going to knock out some major collections soon. So, did I pull the Youngbloods? I don't think I did. That's where I started talking. Youngbloods sold to John Miller. Eddie Money 40. Eddie Money 42. Do you still have any De La Soul? Yes, I just got a notification that I'm getting 80 more on yellow vinyl. They'll be here. I'm probably not going to take them all. I'm probably going to tell him to give me about half of those. I don't know if I need 80 of them. That's like 2 or 3 full crates. But if anybody wants a De La Soul 3 feet high and rising on yellow vinyl, let me know right now. I think they're $39.99 or $36.99 approximately. So I can go ahead and get an idea of how many I need. But we've been out of stock for quite some time since the initial pressing. So let me know. Okay, Eddie Money 42, Eddie Money 45, Eddie Money 46. Let's see. And Gary Samuel says he wants one. Okay. I think they just took Hooker. They just took Hendon Hooker. Somebody did. I got the notification. Denise Williams, $5, 12-inch single. Zulma, $12.50. Nona Hendricks. Nona Hendricks is $7.50. Chic, Real People. This is $5. Nat King Cole sings the great songs. Nat King Cole is $5. Harry Belafonte, Paradise and Gazankulu. Harry Belafonte, VG plus $5. Dan Fogelberg, Captured Angel, VG plus $4. Johnny Rivers, A Touch of Gold, $5. Nat Cole at the GATP, $5. And George Carlin, FM and AM. George Carlin is $7.50. George Carlin is $7.50. Okay. So we had Gary Samuels on the De La Soul waiting list. I can tell that I don't need 80 copies of it. Maybe might tell him I'll take 25 of them. Eddie Money 50. I did go through the whole alphabet, yes. Jonathan, you're behind at 47. Brent was already at 50. Pam Dickens on Nat King Cole. Let's sell that to Pam Dickens. We have, let's see, and Alan Totten on Dan. There was actually, that's Dan Fogelberg. There was two Nat King Coles. Let me make sure. I'm going to go ahead and pull hers back. There was Nat King Cole at the GATP, and then I've got Sings Great Songs. So, Pam, that's the one I pulled for you. I'm going to leave that one out. Dan Fogelberg to Alan Totten, and Patricia wants the Harry Belafonte. Yes, I also found the Harry Belafonte in the back at Carnegie Hall, which is like one of his more desirable records. It's a living stereo title. I found one of those last night. I'll try to get it out tomorrow. U.S. Senator Robert Byrd, Mountain Fiddler. That is sealed, $17.50. Hodges and Hines, Swings Our Thing. That's a VG plus $10. The Red Garland Quintet featuring John Coltrane and Donald Byrd. That's a VG plus $7.50. Kenny Loggins, Vox Humana. That's a VG plus $5. Olivia Newton-John, $5. Rossington Collins Band, This Is the Way, $10. Maria Muldaur, Waitresses in a Donut Shop. That's $5. Hamilton Joe Franken Reynolds, a classic, $7.50. Don't pull your love out. $7.50. Hamilton Joe Franken Reynolds. And we have Bobby Brown, Humping Around by Bobby Brown, $10. Okay, high bid on Eddie Money is still with Brent Rabley at $50. Brent Rabley has that for $50, going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to sell that. If anybody wants on NXS, now is the time. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. Brent Rabley on Quintet. That was the Red Garland. That's sold to Brent Rabley. Looks like Edward was second on RG, Red Garland. Jonathan's back in on Eddie Money at 52. Stacy Metternich on Hamilton. Joe Franken Reynolds. By the way, I always mention this because it's Pick Week, but Stacy, it is on Pick Week, which is not the original label. It's kind of like a budget label, but it's the same album. Just so you know, you'll hear me say it's on Pick Week because some people's like, I don't want Pick Week stuff. But Stacy collects K-Tel comps, so I'm sure she's okay with Pick Week. Eddie Money's at 55. John Wilson wants Bobby Brown, Humping Around. That's sold to John Wilson. Earl Klugh, Heartstring. Earl Klugh is $5 for Heartstring. Laney Hall, Albany Park. That is $5. W.E. Matthew, Available Light, $5. David Benoit. He's watching our set, doesn't he? He's one of our customers, isn't he? Oh, it's Jared Benoit. Okay. My bad. Every Step of the Way, $5. Burton Cummings, My Own Way to Rock, $5. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, $6.50. And 10-4, good buddy. This is some CB slang and Chuck driving language dissecting, $5. Jonathan Berg is 57. Brent Rabley's at 58. They're still bidding on Eddie Money. I'm going to go ahead and make NXS a buy it now. If anybody wants NXS, it's a $55 buy it now. $55 buy it now for NXS to swing. Don't slam the K-tails. You know, there's some audiophile buffs, and they're pretty picky about what they listen to. Like, I mean, they know the biographies of these mastering engineers, and they're like, how could anybody want a Pickwick record? And I'm like, well, you know, some people like are okay with that. Like, I listen to them, and I'm like, they sound fine to me, but I mean, I don't know. I love K-tail. There's a picture I meant to post. Somebody had them all laid out. All those nostalgic covers, all those classic K-tail covers. I thought, man, I need to post this in the group. I think I still got it saved, or send it to Stacy. Scott Sneed wants the Earl Clue. Scott Sneed on Earl Clue. John Miller on Burton. Eddie Money's at 60. And yeah, you have varying degrees of record collectors, okay? You got some people that are audiophiles and they only listen to Analog Productions, MoFi, and that's probably just about it. Or anything if it's only analog. Then you have some people that will listen to the worst of the worst, okay? It sounds like you can listen to it, it sounds like a war's going on with all the static and cracking. Some people's like, man, I just want to listen to it. Just give me the records. That doesn't have to be mint. Then some people like, we want it mint, pristine, new, sealed, everything in between. Rosenton Collins, Gary Samuels, the half off price was $10. That is the way. Rosenton Collins. All right, looking for a band called James. I've never seen any James. I've had James Gang, but I've never had any James. Okay, they're still bidding on Eddie Money. Brent's at 65. If anybody wants anything in there, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and grab and fill up a new crate. Gary Samuel says he'll take Rosenton Collins. Let me go get a whole new crate. Jesse Hood on George Carlin. If anybody wants anything in there, let me know. I still have the OG revolver sealed. Well, I don't know if it's 66. It doesn't have a colored inner sleeve, so I don't think it's 66. I peeked in it. Terry Westwood wanted 10-4 Good Buddy. That's sold to Terry Westwood. I missed that one. Orlando, I've already sold George Carlin. Brent Rabley's out on 80 Money. Jonathan was at 67. 80 Money's at 67. Let me go get another half off bin. I'll be doing this quite often. I'll be stepping to the back. And by the way, I have a whole new bin of new Elvis records if anybody wants to see those. They've never been gone through. They've been up front here by the register, but they've never been gone through. So let me know if anybody is remotely interested in taking a peek at those. Oh. Hendon Hooker, Detroit. Well, maybe he can turn that program around. Okay. Now, where are we at? We had an offer for, okay, last thing I seen was George Carlin, which we already sold at Orlando. Brent set out on Eddie Money. Aaron Gardner offered 8 for the Zoomla, which was in the last crate. Yeah, if anybody wants to make an offer on anything in that last crate, like if it was a $35 record and you still don't want it for $17.50, just throw something out there and I'll probably sell it to you, just like this one. It was $12.50. Aaron said 8. I'm going to sell it to him for $8. We have Eddie Money 90. I want to make sure that wasn't a Are you bidding 90? Are you bidding that big of a jump and just throwing it all out there, or was that a typo? Because Jim Nielsen, I have you at Eddie Money, $90. If you're bidding 90, I'll definitely take it. But the last bid I seen was 67, but he might be just saying, you know what, I'm all in at 90. We can do that if you want to, so just let me know. And it was a typo, 70. Okay, Jim Nelson's at 70. I was about to say, he's just going to go ahead and slam the door. New half-off records. These right here, these are all new sealed pressings from a collection we got. There's some stuff I don't know what it is. There's some stuff I know what it is, and it's a deal at half off. So here we go. Eddie Money is at $70. I'll put up a new auction in just a second. The Pointer Sisters stepping in. I'm going to be telling you the half off on sale prices. The Pointer Sisters, $5. John Young, I don't have that Elvis or I don't have that Revolver album handy to go give you the RIAA number, but I can. Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes, great album here. Tommy Bolin, $10. These are all half off. I'm telling you the half off price. Siren, Strange Locomotion. Siren is just Siren, $15 after the half off. Jim's at $70 on Eddie Money, final call. Jesse Colin Young, Light Shine. Jesse Colin Young is $10. Bobby V, Gates, Grills, and Railings. Bobby V is $7.50. Roger Ramjet on Tommy Bolin. That's sold to Roger Ramjet at half off. It's Safe, The Proof. The Proof is $5. Buckwheat, moving on. Buckwheat is sealed, never been opened. $10 for Buckwheat, moving on. Another Tommy Bolin. This is Teaser. It's also $10 for Teaser. Bobby Gosh, Sitting in the Quiet. Bobby Gosh is $5. We have Gene Pitney's More Big 16. $4 for Gene Pitney's More Big 16. Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Wire. This is a very clean copy. $10. Daylight Katie, first track. Gordon Lightfoot. Bamboo. Bamboo is $7.50 after the half off. Bamboo. Jared McLaughlin wants the other Tommy Bolin, which was Teaser. That's sold to Jared McLaughlin and Rhonda on GL, which is Gordon Lightfoot, Endless Wire. Paul Revere and the Raiders, Something Happening. Paul Revere is $6.50. Mason Williams, Share Pickers. Mason Williams, $5, has a mason jar cover. Paul Winter, Winter Consort, Icarus. Icarus is $7.50. That's enough for me. Peter Yarrow. Peter Yarrow is $5. Pete Townsend, White City, a novel. That is $7.50. David Williams wants the Paul Revere. Sell that to David Williams. Okay, now into a few of the sealed records. This is $10. Let me make sure this is sealed. It's in a bag. It's in a loose baggie, but it's sealed. It's new, or I should say, it's new. Infinite Dissolution, Lockerin, Locrin, Lockerin, $10 after the half off. Let's see here. We had Pete Townsend, Lockerin maybe. Bridget Kearney, Won't Let You Down, $12.50. Michael Nath, the Mason Williams, is $5 after the half off. Bap Kennedy, Let's Start Again, $12.50. The Bridge, Thomas Lear and Robert Rental, white. That's white vinyl, $15. Michael Nath takes the Mason Williams. PT Condition, Pete Townsend. No condition notes, VG Plus or better cover, and Near Mint Minus on the vinyl. Deja, Bomba Estero. Deja's on clear vinyl. That is $13. $13. John Miller said, how much for Bamboo? Bamboo was $7.50. $7.50. Another Deja. This is also on clear vinyl. $13. Russell S. said he'll take the Pete Townsend. Jeff McMaster wants a Deja. There's actually two of them. If Jeff can have two or somebody else can have one. Harvey Mandel, Games, Guitars, Play. This is an older record, of course, but this is a 180-gram reissue that's sealed, $10. John Miller said he'll take the Bamboo. John Miller on Bamboo. And Brittany Bragg takes the other Deja. That's sold to Brittany Bragg. Harvey Mandel. The Get Up Kids on a Wire. The Get Up Kids on a Wire. That's on colored vinyl, $12.50. That's also new and sealed. Steps Ahead, NYC, $5. That is sealed. New York City, Steps Ahead or NYC. Young blood, excuse me, Young Blood Hawk, Wake Up. Young Blood Hawk, Wake Up. VH1, You Ought to Know, Artist on Fire. That's $15. Jeff McMaster, first on the Get Up Kids. Sean Fairweather, you were second. Jeff McMaster also first on NYC. Youngblood Hawk. Bob Moses, The Silence in Between, $12.50. Bob Moses, The Silence in Between. Rex Orange County's new album, Who Cares? Rex Orange County, that is half off of $22. That's $11. Rex Orange County. Young Widows, In and Out of Youth and Lightness. Young Widows, that is $15 after the half off. Young Empires, The Gates, Blue Aqua Vinyl, $10. Young Feathers, Dead, $12.50. Modern Life is War, $12.50. Modern Life is War. Freedom, Farther Than Imagination, $10. These are all new and sealed. The Race Riot Suite, Jacob Fred Jazz Odyssey, $12.50. Sean Fairweather wants Modern Life is War, MLW. That's sold to Sean Fairweather. Harvey Mandel Righteous, another 180-gram limited edition vinyl repressing, it says, just like the other one. $10. Linda Ronstadt, What's New? That's an OG sealed. That's an OG sealed, just $10. Young Feathers or Young Fathers? Let's see here. Where did I read that one? Young Empires. What was that one called? Young Widows. Whoa, there was a lot of young right there. What was this one called? Modern Life is War by... That was something completely different. We had Linda Ronstadt, Harvey Mandel. What was this one? Not that one. Freedom. What was this? Young Fathers. Excuse me, Young Fathers. You're right. Young Fathers, Alan. Young Fathers. And that is $12.50. Dead. Excuse me. Ed Nelson on Freedom. That's... Sorry, I'm not familiar with these titles as much. This one. That's sold to Ed Nelson, Freedom. Michael Weil, first on the Linda Ronstadt. Michael Weil. Jim Nelson was second, then Jonathan Berg. Tony Caldwell was fourth. Michael Nath on this Harvey Mandel. I'm assuming this one. Righteous. There's another one in here as well. And then Alan Hevelone on Young Fathers. Not Young Feathers. Young Fathers. All right, that's sold to Alan. These are all half off. Bill Lloyd, Working for the Long Game. Bill Lloyd is $10, Working for the Long Game. Donna Summer, that's another sealed OG, $10 with hype sticker, Love is in Control. Donna Summer, that is sealed. Machinery of Joy, $10. On the Verge of Sleep, Machinery of Joy, $10. And Save Yourself, Start Again, Long Lost, that's $10. Alan Hevelone on the Donna Summer. John Wilson, you were second. The other Harvey Mandel was, I think it was the same price. Yep, $10 after the half off. Limited edition vinyl repressing. Games, Guitars, Play. Okay, now we're back to the OG stuff. Argent. You're going to hear my pace pick up a lot faster now. Argent, Ring of Hands, $10. The Best of Freddie and the Dreamers, $5. Best of Freddie and the Dreamers. Bonnie Raitt, Give It Up. $5 for Bonnie Raitt, Give It Up. The Buckinghams, In One Ear and Gone Tomorrow. That is $6.50. Brent Rabley on Argent. You can tell the records that I've seen tens of thousands of times, over and over, as many records I bought and sold. Then we get into stuff like this, and I'm like, okay, this is probably only the second or third time I've literally seen this in my life. The other stuff I've seen many times. Brent Rabel on Argent. Nigel was second. Patricia Callahan first on Freddie and the Dreamers. Jonathan Berg first on Bonnie Raitt. Kristen Barnett was second. Tony Caldwell third. Alan Hevelone fourth. Michael Nath wants the other Harvey Mandel. And, oh, I forgot to end this. This is done. It's been up forever. Rob Scheffler. This is Eddie Money. It is sold. I actually think I did say sold or final call, and it never did sell. Jim Nelson. Sorry, $70. That's sold to Jim Nielsen, $70. Eddie Money. That was up for bid for quite some time. Here is what I've shown. Let me go ahead and get Japanese auctions rolling again because I got a whole crate. Philip Bailey, Chinese Wall. That was a $35 buy it now, master sound. Nina, 99, Luft Balloons. Actually, I think the Japanese title may just, yeah. In Japan, they just called it Nina self-titled. That's a $45 buy it now. And then In Excess to Swing was a $55 buy it now. So those are, let me put those right there. Let me put up a couple more. Let me see what else. I think I got some Japanese 7-inch singles. Yeah, here's two that I've never had before. These are $20 starts. These are $20 starts. She Blinded Me with Science and American Pie. Very cool Japanese singles. She Blinded Me with Silence and American Pie, Don McLean. Those are near mint and pristine Japanese 7-inch singles. Those are $20 buy it nows. The In Excess buy it now price was $55. $55. Okay. The Michael Zager Band, Let's All Chant. Michael Zager Band, $7.50. What do we have here? This is 4th Avenue Jones. It's over now. Fabulous Dramatics. The 4th Avenue Jones. That is $7.50. Anthony Quinn, A Dream of Kings soundtrack. Sealed, $12.50. Folk Songs for Young People, sung by Pete Seeger. That's on Folkways, $7.50. Face Dancer, About Face, $7.50. Expose, What You Don't Know. Expose is $7.50. We have Roger Daltrey, Parting Should Be Painless. Roger Daltrey, $10. Kenny Rogers, What About Me? $5 for Kenny Rogers. In shrink wrap, includes the performance of Kim Carnes and James Ingram on the hit single, What About Me? That looks new. $5 for Kenny. Jimmy Witherspoon. Uh-oh. Where's Doc at? There's some radio station stuff. $7.50 for that. Terry Westwood is in on Science. Terry Westwood's in on Science at $20. Is American Pie split between two sides? Let me see how they did that. That is a long song, isn't it? Yep, American Pie Part 1 and American Pie Part 2. You're absolutely correct. This side is 4 minutes and 13 seconds. This side is 4 minutes and 34 seconds. So 8 minutes and 47 seconds. I knew that was long. Great question. So yeah, full version. You just got to flip it. You just got to flip it. American Pie, that's also a $20 start. Jeff McMaster first on the 4th and Jones. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Tony Caldwell on Seeger. That's Pete Seeger. That's sold to Tony Caldwell. Leslie Holt on the Kenny Rogers, KR. Terry Westwood second. And Alan on the Witherspoon. Doc, he was first on it. Alan Hevelone on Witherspoon. Francis, you were third on Kenny Rogers. Michael Neff, you were second on Seeger. Tony Caldwell was first on Thomas Dolby. Or Tony Caldwell's back in on Thomas Dolby at 21. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 12, $5. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, $5. Ira Carey. There we go. Ira Carey. That's probably the best. The third time was the best there. Ira Carey, $12.50. That's on Columbia Gatefold. It looks funky. It looks funky to me. That's sold to Doc Smith, funky in a good way. That's sold to Doc Smith, Kristen Barnett on Volume 12. David Hilton, you were second. If anybody wants to make an offer on these, I would like to sell any Japanese pressing we put up. I was asking a $35 start for that, $45 on Nina. And Kristen, if you're interested in NXS, don't be afraid to make offers on those. We will turn them over to new people. Excuse me. Jimmy McGriff, $12.50. Let me mute my mic for a second. All right. Brent Rabley on Jimmy McGriff. We're going to sell Sean Kelly, Nina, for $40. Sean, you got it. I like this. I like that a lot, actually. That's sold to Sean for $40. Final call on Thomas Dolby, $21. And if anybody wants to get in on American Pie, now's the time. We have Esther Phillips, That's $10 after the half off. Steven Stills, Illegal Steals, that's a VG copy, $5. Plain Song is $10. Plain Song is Ian Matthews, Dave Richards, Andy Roberts, and Bob Ronga. That is $10, Plain Song. Lexica, or Lexia, that's on Verve. Let me see what that looks like. Lexia, MGM Verve, that's $10. The Best of Herman's Hermits, Volume 3, that is sealed, $7.50. The Hello People Fusion, the Hello People, $15. The Dave Clark 5, Try Too Hard, $6.50. And Willie Nelson Partners. Willie Nelson is $7.50. Beautiful copy, near mint minus copy of Willie Nelson Partners. All right. Tony Caldwell got the Thomas Dolby for $21. If anybody wants American Pie, that's a $20 buy it now. Terry Westwood on Dave Clark 5. I'm going to lay that right there. And Jimmy Ball first on Willie Nelson. I'm going to read through these titles one more time, except maybe some of this other stuff that I can't figure out too often or too quickly, and I may just show it to you. These are all half off. As soon as we go through these, let me slow down so I can talk accurately. I'm going to go fill up another crate, and then fill up another crate. And let me put up 2 new Japanese singles. Let's see here. Wow, Michael Jackson. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Do I have this bond? I'm not for sure. I'll go ahead and sell it. I'm pretty sure I have this one, though. We have, I've never seen this before. Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Single off the Wall. B-side is I Can't Help It. That's a near mint pristine. $20 start on Michael Jackson. And here's the Bond I was telling you about. Bond stuff always cool, if anything, the artwork. But this is Shirley Bassey. Shirley Bassey doing Diamonds Are Forever. That's also a $20 start. So $20 start on Bond, $20 start on Michael Jackson. Brent said DC5. Was that Dave Clark? If so, we already sold it. All right, let's run through these one more time. We have the Pointer Sisters Steppin', Siren, Jesse Colin Young, Bobby V, The Proof, Buckwheat, Bobby Gosh, Gene Pitney's Big 16, Paul Winter, Winter Consort, Peter Yarrow, the Locrian, Bridget Kearney, Bap Kennedy, The Bridge, Youngblood Hawk, Bob Moses, Rex Orange County, Young Widows, Young Empires, and we had Young Fathers earlier, but that sold. Race Riot Suite, Bill Lloyd, Machinery of Joy, Save Yourself, Start Again, Long Lost, The Buckinghams, The Michael Zager Band, A Dream of Kings soundtrack, Expose, Face Dancer, Roger Daltrey, Esther Phillips, Stephen Stills, Plain Song, Lexia, Herman's Hermits, and the Hello People. Michael Jackson, 20, 25, 21, 27. Terry Westwood wants the Locrian. That's sold. That's at half off. Craig says he'd give 6 for the Jazz Odyssey. Let me figure out where that was. That must be further up here, maybe. Not in there. Let's see. Winter Consort. Where did you see that at? Is that in this bin? Hello, People. Not that. I don't think that was a new LP, was it? Let's see. Oh, it was. Jazz Odyssey. Let's see. Half off's $12.50. Sealed. Craig, let's do that one for 10. These new sealed LPs, I'm like, well, they're pretty easy sales on Discogs. I don't have to grade them. Very easy to list. But if you want it for 10, I'll sell it to you. Just let me know. Okay, and then Terry Westwood on RRS. That was Race Rice. Okay, so Terry wants it, but I've already told you 10. He said, okay, sell that to him for $10. Next was Sean Kelly on Expose for $5. I will see the Expose for $5. Josh is out on Michael Jackson. Scott Snee wants Long Lost. That's sold to Scott Snee at half off. David Tate's at 20 on Bond. Info on the last album in the crate. The Hello People Fusion. The half off price is $15. That's on Philips Records. One of these 60s records with the flip out cover. EX Plus vinyl, almost near mint minus. Looks like it has some of that just sleeve scuffing on it. And that's $15 after the half off. Bobby V price and condition. I think Bobby V was back here. Bobby V gates, grills, and railings. That's in shrink wrap on Liberty. Really nice copy, $7.50. Price on Gene Pitney. Gene Pitney was also back here. That's more Big 16 Volume 2. That is $4 after the half off. That's from the Pennsylvania collection. Has that EJ Corvette price tag. That's from Pennsylvania, which means it's like Pennsylvania collection was the largest collection of mint 60s records that we've ever come across. It's amazing. I wish we had it all over again to sell. Patricia said sold on Gene Pitney. Final call on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's at 27 with Calvin Ward. David Tate has Bond. How cool. Sean Connery, Shirley Bassey doing the song Diamonds Are Forever. Anybody else before I go fill up another bin? Boy, time has flew tonight. It's already 9:03. I feel like I need to go through those new vinyl arrivals that we had like the first crate of the night, because there was some stuff that I knew we would have waiting list on, and I didn't really mean to show them as early as I did, but I did. But if we can find those, here's the first crate of it. Let me go ahead and condense some half off stuff. Do we have another crate of new stuff? Or is, I think we've already showed it all. Josh said he'd give 12 for the Hello People. Sell that to Josh Ragland for 12. Okay, let me set these here. And this is just like a half crate. And then I'll try to pull the other stuff that we had. Okay, Wasp Dominator. Wasp Dominator is $28.99. If you didn't know, we got a restock of Saint Anger by Metallica. Saint Anger is $36.99. That's the one we've been missing for a while. Motorhead self-titled, $33.99. The Police Synchronicity, $31.99. Young Americans, also $31.99. Our last copy, again, of Creed, $39.99. We sold out of 2 Modest Mouse, but here's the other 2 we have left. The Moon and Antarctica, and We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. Those are $44.99. So Modest Mouse, Creed, David Bowie, The Police, Motorhead, Metallica, and Wasp. Those are all available. And the other crate, which I think I can condense with this one, get to it. I think I just showed some of these, but let me go ahead and move them so we can. We had a Wilco Sky Blue. Wilco is $36.99. We had a pre-sale for that. We sold 4 or 5. That's the last one left. Lots of Houses of the Holy back in stock. The Rain Song, The Song Remains the Same, The Crunge, Dancing Days, Over the Hills and Far Away. All are on that album. Also, did I mention No Quarter? No Quarter's also on there. What an album. Houses of the Holy, Led Zeppelin, 1973, 50 years old this week or this month. Radiohead is $31.99. Tarantino Experience, that's the first one. That's volume 1, $44.99. A very important album, Joni Mitchell Blue, $31.99. And Wilco Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, $44.99. Jonathan wants the Santana from the other new vinyl crate. Okay, I've got those right here. Yes, Santana Supernatural. I was telling y'all about this last week when we first had it. This has that song Smooth on it, featuring Rob Thomas. This is like one of the, I don't know how many times this went platinum, but that is $36.99. That's sold to Jonathan Berg. Okay, anybody else before I go back into some more half-off stuff? Let's go ahead and sell David Tate, the Bond, for $20. And Michael Jackson just got another bid. Jim Nielsen's at $30 on the Michael Jackson. Never had that before, never seen it. That is, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Saint Anger. Saint Anger is one of those albums that, yeah, let's just say it don't get the best reviews. I've even watched people on YouTube react to it, and they're like, what is this? Also got some new 45s right over here. We have not shown these. This artist on top is always an instant seller. So let me show it right now. Here's another stack of new 45s. Depeche Mode, Behind the Wheel. Depeche Mode is a promo. These are new 45s we just found last night. We didn't know we had. Depeche Mode is $24.99, Behind the Wheel. Brian Ferry, The Right Stuff. Brian Ferry's a VG Plus, $9.99. Sentimental Street, Night Ranger. That's EX, $9.99. Vanity, Pretty Mess. Vanity is $9.99. Hall & Oates, Adult Education. That's EX, $9.99. Rick Springfield, Celebrate Youth. Stranger in the House, $9.99. The Blow Monkeys, Digging Your Scene. EX, $9.99. Rick Springfield, Don't Walk Away. SFO Instrumental. That's $9.99. Jedediah Jones, Wiley McPherson. Promo label. That's country, $9.99. I know it looks metal. It looks like something that would be thrash. Linda Ronstadt, Get Closer, EX, $9.99. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything. Calvin's out on Michael Jackson, so Jim Nielsen, you have that for $30. Final call. Metallica is black vinyl. Black vinyl. I have a long waiting list for the purple. 89 people, but probably if they came in, probably most people probably have already picked it up. But they're not going to make anymore. So Terry Westwood on Brian Ferry. That's so to Terry Westwood. Calvin Ward on Night Ranger. Calvin Ward on Night Ranger. Brandon Jackson, you were second. Bob put Vara de Jiz. I'm not for sure what that is. And then Jim Nielsen on Linda Ronstadt. So here's what I have left. Jedediah Jones, Rick Springfield, Blow Monkeys, Rick Springfield, Hall & Oates, Vanity, and Depeche Mode. Beyond the Wheel, a promo, $24.99. So that's what's left. This little stack right over here, y'all probably can't see it, but I'll put it up in just a second. All right, let me go get some new half-off stuff. There's tonight's new vinyl. Let me put those right here. Excuse me, let me put those right here. Let me go get another crate of new half-off stuff. All right, I'll be right back. I went the wrong way. Now I've got to walk back over here to get a crate. All righty. I don't think we had any more new vintage arrivals back there, Tanner. I brought up that one crate. I think Paul, we might want to go check. I'm not for sure, but I know I brought up that one, but there might be another crate of new vintage LPs back there. I'm not real for sure. So, yeah, we might want to just walk through and see if you see a new crate, because there should be at least one more crate of new LPs. Deal on the two Springfields. If you're buying both of these, $16 for both of them. 8 and 8. They're near mint. Who asked that? Shh. Jim Nielsen. 16 for both. You need to run sponsor ads. Yeah, actually, Facebook, we have enough watch time and followers that they've already sent me an email saying we could do. We need to do that. What's it called? Monetize. They said we could monetize our Facebook page and we could insert ads during our live feed. And I was like, I don't know about that. I figured most of y'all wouldn't like that. You'd be watching and then all of a sudden it would be like, it'd go to an ad. I was like, no, I don't think people would like that. That's how you get people to get off your feed and probably not come back on. So, Rick Springfield is $16. Rick Springfield is $16. And those are both sold to Jim Nielsen. And then Michael Jackson is also sold, I think, to Jim Nielsen. Yeah, $30. So, okay, let's do some half-off stuff. And I'll put up 2 new auctions in just a second. Nona Hendrix, The Art of the Fence. Nona Hendrix is a VG Plus 750. Nona Hendrix, The Art of the Fence. Roger Daughtry, One of the Boys. That's a VG Plus 750. Ricky Skaggs, Waiting for the Sun to Shine. $7.50. The Merle Travis Guitar. $6.50. The Crusaders, Rhapsody and Blues, $7.50, The Crusaders. The Royal Guardsman, The Return of the Red Baron, The Royal Guardsman. Looks like a very nice copy. $10, The Royal Guardsman. David Ackles, Subway to the Country. David Ackles is $10. Peter Bardens, Write My Name in the Dust. Peter Bardens is $7.50. Richard Harris, A Tramp Shining. That is $7.50. Richard Harris. Fresh Out of Borstal. Actually, the name of the artist is Fresh, and it's Fresh Out of Borstal. $10. Tom Yolanowski on RG, which was Rural Guardsman. That's sold to Tom Yolanowski. I don't think I missed anything in there before that. Sniffing the Tears, The Game's Up. Sniffing the Tears is $5. Terry Westwood on Merle. That was Merle Travis Guitar. That's sold to Terry Westwood. Buckwheat, Hot Tracks. Buckwheat. That is $5. Raiders, Collage. The Raiders, $6.50. The Union Gap, featuring Gary Puckett. Woman, Woman, $5. That's in shrink wrap. What was the Crusaders LP? The Crusaders LP was Rhapsody and Blues, $7.50. Dudes Were No Angels. Yeah, Dudes Were No Angels. That is $7.50. Dudes Were No Angels. The Dave Clark 5 American Tour, $6.50 for Dave Clark 5. Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys. That is produced by Jimi Hendrix. Cat Mother was produced by Jimi Hendrix, $12.50. Jared McLaughlin on Sniffing the Tears. That's sold to Jared McLaughlin. And we have Duke Leonard, Iceberg, $7.50. Jeff McMaster on CM. Let's see here. Let me figure out what that was. We got Sniffing the Tears, and then Jeff McMaster on CM, which was Cat Mother. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Let me know if my mic is cutting out. Randy says it was. I'll swap out. Let me grab our next Japanese auction, which is going to be, we've got, Peter Gabriel. Van Halen. Bruce, the Doobies. Let's see what we got here. Here's 2 great ones. Peter doesn't have Peter does have an Obi. It's over here on the right side. Peter Gabriel plays live. Peter Gabriel plays live. This is a 2 LP. I don't think I've ever had this one before. 2 LP. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Peter Gabriel plays live. There's 1 LP. There's the other LP. This is a $65 start. $65 start. The Obi is the insert. I think I've showed y'all that before. Actually, it's supposed to be slid into the cover like this. And it tucks in right here. It has a little bit of a wrinkle. Right there. Other than that, very nice. I own this. I have a copy of this. $65 start. Very good sounding record. Love Peter Gabriel. $65 start on that, and also a $65 start on this. Fantastic. All the Van Halen Japanese pressings. All the Van Halen Japanese pressings sound amazing. This is no exception. Van Halen 1984. There's the Near Mint Minus LP. There is the 2-page flip. Beautiful copy. $65 start. Perfect. Those are $65 starts. There's a couple good ones there. All right. Back to the half off. The First Class, $7.50, including the hit Beach Baby. The First Class, $7.50. The Holy Bible, placed by the Statler Brothers, $7.50. Johnny Duncan and Janie Fricke, Nice and Easy, $7.50 for Johnny Duncan and Janie Freaky. Blue Mitchell, Collisions in Black. Blue Mitchell is on Blue Note. Blue Mitchell's on Blue Note. That's a 69. It does have some cover damage. $12.50. Terry Westwood first on First Class. Jim Nelson was second. I Don't Want to Be Hurt Anymore. That is $5. Duke Ellington, or excuse me, Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. Doc Smith first to Blue Mitchell. Johnny Bristol, Strangers. Johnny Bristol is $7.50. Anthony Smith, you were second to Blue Mitchell. Yes, Tormato. Yes is $7.50. Johnny Rivers, Outside Help. Johnny Rivers is $5. Outside Help. Paul Hill, Longer Fuse. Paul Hill is $5. Longer Fuse. Gordon Lightfoot, Dream Street Rose. Gordon Lightfoot's a VG Plus $7.50. And Lips Inc., Pucker Up. Lips Inc. is $5, VG Plus. Let's see. Is the Bible spoken word? What is that? I think the Holy Bible is, I think it's music placed to, so like side 2 says the 10 Commandments. Let's see. I've never listened to this. I've had no one ever asked me that either. Let's see here. I think probably some of it is, it appears to be all music based on the titles, because it says in the beginning and then it has, you know, song credits. So that's obviously a song. So yeah, it's music. And it is a single LP. The Statler Brothers, the Holy Bible, the Old Testament. Yeah, it's music. That is $7.50. Doc Smith on Johnny. Johnny Rivers, that's sold to Doc Smith. Mike Kennedy wants Yes. That's Yes Tomato. And Jeff McMaster on Lips Inc. And Doc Smith said wrong one. He said Johnny Bristol. Yes, Johnny Bristol. Not, okay, yeah, not Johnny Rivers. Tanner said he'll fix it. Okay, Leslie, let me know if you want the Statler Brothers. If not, I'll sell that to Jerry Wallace. Let me swap out my mic right quick. I think we're having some connection. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let me plug this one up. I think low battery connection gets bad. You sound hoarse. Probably because I hadn't slept that much. I hadn't got very much sleep at all. Probably just not much. I don't know how much. I'm too tired to figure it out. The Osmonds, the proud one. The Osmonds is $5. Leslie says she'll take the Statler Brothers. Sidney Poirier, To Serve with Love, which has the Lulu song on it, $10. Amos Milburn Jr., You Used Me, that is $10. Montreux, Sign Language, $5. So Johnny Rivers, Outside Help is still available for $5. The Lemon Pipers, Jungle Marmalade, the Lemon Pipers, $12.50. The Best of Billy J. Kramer with the Dakotas, that is $8.50. Best of Billy J. Kramer's. Anthony Smith on Amos. That's sold to Anthony Smith. Richard Group on Sir, To Serve with Love. That's sold to Richard Group. Jimmy Ball on Lemon Pipers. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. And Doc Smith, we've already sold the Amos. Phyllis Diller, Laughs. That is $7.50. Fun with Freddie and Flo. That's mono from 1961, $7.50. Jeffrey Osborne is Sealed, $10. Tina Turner, Show Me Some Respect, $7.50. Terry Westwood on PDL, which was Phyllis Diller laughs. That's sold to Terry Westwood. Took me a second on that one. Doc Smith on Fun with Freddie and Flo. That's sold to Doc Smith. Jimmy Ball first on Tina. Doc Smith first on Jeffrey Osborne. Doc Smith, you were second on Tina. And Terry, you got Phyllis. I already got you for that one. Okay, final call if anybody wants to bid. We have a beautiful Peter Gabriel Live $65 start, Japanese press, and Van Halen 1984 $65 start. Let me know if you want in on those before I make them buy it nows. John Fred and his Playboy Band, $10. Ames English, Judy in Disguise. Nazareth, Malice in Wonderland, that's a VG copy, $5, VG copy. Ricky Skaggs, Highways and Heartaches, VG Plus, $6.50, original inner sleeve. Mobo 1, Kazumi Wantabe, that is $5. The Thomas Crown Affair soundtrack, Michael LeGrand doing that, $12.50. Terry Westwood on the Nazareth, that's sold to Terry Westwood. $7.50. I said the price while I was coughing because probably somebody's going to claim it before I can spit it out. Which is Jazz at the Philharmonic, Bird and Prez, Carnegie Hall, 1959. It's Charlie Bird, $7.50. $7.50. Charlie Rich, Songs for Beautiful Girls, that's a sealed copy, $12.50. Anthony Smith, first on Bird. Doc Smith was second. That is sold to, has Anthony Smith, new customer, he's bought from us before, or a new customer? Anthony, you've bought from us before. Why? I just hadn't said your name in a while. Just making sure you are a first time or you're a repeat customer. Okay, I thought so. If anybody's a new time, first time viewer and you're watching, very easy to buy. Just do what everybody else is doing, comment, and then we'll sell it to you, okay? Keith and Donna. Keith and Donna is $15. We have the Suns, Follow Your Heart, $7.50. The Suns, Follow Your Heart. Hoyt Axton, Fearless, that is sealed, $11.50. Burning Bridges, Jack Scott, $10 for Jack Scott. 623 C Street, that is $7.50. And Richard Harris Slides, processed by ABC Dunhill. Richard Harris Slides. Basic Basie, Count Basie, $7.50. Coleman Hawkins, Accent on Tenor. Accent on Tenor is $15. $15. Doc Smith wants 623. That's sold to Doc Smith. Okay, we're going to make Peter Gabriel a buy it now, if anybody wants that, for $65. And Van Halen for $65. Those are buy it nows. I'll put up a couple new things in just a second. Kyle Gregory first on the Count Basie, sold to Kyle Gregory. Next is Mike Kennedy on Hawks. That's Coleman Hawkins. That's sold to Mike Kennedy. PG. That's probably for Peter Gabriel, right? That's sold to Fred Carnell over here. Let me get that back over here. I could have made it a lot easier on me and just went ahead and bid. I would have had and put it up and everything. That's sold to Fred Carnell, $65. Josh Ragland on Suns. Everybody's afraid that if they bid, somebody else is going to bid. That's what makes auctions fun. You hope that somebody bids against you. Josh Ragland on Suns. That is the Suns. That's so to Josh Ragland. Doc Smith, you were second on Basie. And Leslie, you were second on Peter Gabriel. Okay. Van Halen still available, surprisingly. Hall of Fame, Count Basie. $5. That's on Verve. Count Basie again. 3LW. Players Gonna Play. That is sealed. $7.50. Seals and Croft, Sudan Village. Sudan Village is $5. Kyle Gregory on Count Basie again. Well, Kyle can buy fast, even though he's at work right now. Kyle Gregory first on Count Basie. Aaron Gardner on 3LW. Anthony Smith second on Basie. Mike Kennedy third. Jeff McMaster second on 3LW. Doc Smith third. Rydell fourth. Jonathan Berg first to Seals and Croft. That's sold to Jonathan Berg. Charlie McLean, Still I Stay. Charlie McLean is $5. The Statlers, Partners in Rhyme. That is $5 for the Statlers. Go Go Zandu, Lost for Crickets. $10. Lost 4 crickets. That's $10. Go Zando. Make Way for Dionne Warwick is $5. I know for sure there's been a new arrivals because he was showing me those odd Mexican records he found back there. That was really crazy. I'll go find it right after this crate. It's probably back there where he was working. Keith and Donna. Keith and Donna is $15 after the half off. The vinyl is EX Plus, pretty much near mint minus. The cover is VG. The cover is VG. Leslie Holt first on the Statlers. Doc Smith on Make Way for Dionne Warwick. Nigel Del Rocket on Dionne. Is that this record here, maybe? Who is this? This is the 4 Crickets. Did I show a Dionne record? I haven't. Have I? Get some. Okay. You said Dionne. I don't think it's that one. Keith and Donna. Oh, Dionne Warwick. My bad. Never mind. Coleman Hawkins is already sold. Brian said 10 on Keith and Donna. Hold that offer till I'm done with the crate, and we'll come right back to it. Walter Savage wants to know how much was Jack Scott. That was $10 after the half off. Okay. Bill Evans with special guest John McLaughlin. That's a blue note. $5 for Bill Evans. LaBelle is $7.50. That's a UK pressing. Jay and the Americans, Sunday and Me. Jay and the Americans is $5. Box of Frogs is $5. Jimmy Walker, Dynamite. Jimmy or Johnny? This is Jimmy Walker. That is sealed. It's never been opened. $15. Atomic Jones. Tom Jones is $7.50. The Siegel Schwarl Band, 953 West, $10. And Doug Kershaw, Swampgrass, $7.50 on Doug Kershaw. Let me figure out what we got here. Mike Kennedy on Bill Evans. That's sold to Mike Kennedy. Walter Savage said, okay, let me know if you want the Jack Scott. Just say Scott sold. Doc Smith, second on Bill Evans. 10 cent was third. Rydell put L. That's probably for LaBelle. I think that's what that is, an L. And then Alan Hevelone was second. Rydell Martin on L, I think. And then Alan was second. Terry Westwood wants Jimmy. That's Jimmy Walker. Larry Smith wants Jay and the Americans. Let's see here. Walter Savage, so Jack Scott sold. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That's sold to Walt Savage. Let's see here. Jared McLaughlin wants Box of Frogs. And I think I'm caught up here. Okay. Warwick is the translated. Dionne Warwick. It's pronounced Dionne Warwick. That's what I've always heard. All right, Rich Group offered 11 for Keith and Donna. Rich Group had dibs on that. What did he offer? 10, 15, 11. Okay, Rich Group has dibs on that. Let's go ahead and sell that to him for 11. The crate is completed, so I guess that was the perfect time for an offer. Let me read through these titles one more time. Everything's in here half off. If you want a price, let me know. If you want to go ahead and make an offer, let me know. Nona Hendricks, Roger Daltrey, Ricky Skaggs, The Crusaders, David Ackles, Peter Bardens, Richard Harris, Fresh, Buckwheat, Raiders, Dudes, Union Gap, Dave Clark 5, Duke Leonard, Mike Post said 6 for Skaggs, sold to Mike Post, Johnny Duncan, Nat King Cole, Dan Hill, Gordon Lightfoot, the Osmonds, Montreux, Johnny Rivers, Billy J. Kramer, John Fred, Ricky Skaggs again, Highways and Heartaches, Kazumi Watabe, the Thomas Crown Affair soundtrack, Charlie Rich, Hoyt Axton, Richard Harris, Charlie McLean, Go Zando, Lost 4 Crickets. I think this is the, I guess the 4 Crickets, but it's a Spanish pressing. Tom Jones, Siegel Schwarl, and Doug Kershaw. Okay, everybody give me like maybe 30 seconds to step to the back. I'm going to hover here for about 10 more, make sure no new comments come in. But there, are you going to go look for it? Yeah, way back there where he's working. It has a lot of like Spanish records. There should be more new arrivals tonight, but we were trying to knock out as much half-off stuff as we could. Tony Caldwell said 5 on Hoyt Axton. You got it, even though that's sealed. That's a heck of a deal, but that's sold to you for 5. Anybody else? Michael's counting down. Well, guess what? Tanner's doing the running for me. He's much thinner and much more agile. Tanner weighs probably $150. I weigh 275. So he can move a little faster than I can. Terry Westwood said 5 on Charlie. Charlie McLean. Jeff McMaster on Go-Go, which was the 4 Crickets Mexican pressing, and Lightfoot condition. Is there a Gordon Lightfoot still available? I think all the Lightfoots are gone, but let me check one more time. Yeah, we got another half crate of new arrivals here. Lightfoot. I think all the Lightfoots are gone. No, there's one more. Dream Street Rose. That's a VG Plus on the vinyl, $7.50. Dream Street Rose. Dream Street Rose. Yeah, VG Plus. Terry Westwood wants the Charlie Rich. Sell that to Terry Westwood. All right. Okay. All right, let's see what they got us priced here. I knew we had some more. He said, beware, these are some pretty obscure records. So just be prepared. And there's a couple, you're going to hear me say my best Spanish on some of these. So check condition, but these are all new arrivals, so these are sticker. Okay? Sticker. Make sure everybody understands that. Sticker price. Rhonda Drawer, $5 on Lightfoot. Sell that to Rhonda. I feel like we need some auctions going, but I like focusing on what's here in front of us. We have Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. This is VG Plus $24.99. This is a 67 stereo. 67 stereo, Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. VG Plus $24.99. Original label. Greg Allman, Laid Back. VG Plus $14.99. 73 Terre Haute. VG Plus Terre Haute. Greg Allman, Laid Back. Freddie Hubbard, The Love Connection. EX $14.99. Freddie Hubbard, The Love Connection. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Ennio Morricone. VG Plus $49.99. This is the 1968 reissue misprint. 68 reissue misprint. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. VG Plus $49.99. Brian Hummel on GA, which was Greg Allman, and Doc Smith on Freddie Hubbard. These are all new arrivals. Like I said, the ink on the sticker is still fresh. The Nice Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $9.99. That's a 77 reissue. VG Plus $9.99. The Box Tops Super Hits, VG Plus $11.99. That's a 68 Best Way press. Box Tops is VG Plus $11.99. Blue Jug Band, EX $14.99. Blue Jug Band. West, Bruce and Lang, Why Don't Ya? EX $16.99. 72 Terre Haute. West, Bruce and Lang. Richard Baker on BT, which is the Box Tops. I like the Box Tops. Tom Brown, Brown Sugar. That's EX, $9.99. Tom Brown, Brown Sugar. Jerusalem, Volume 2, $14.99. Jerusalem, Volume 2, $14.99. The Mothers of Invention, Freak Out. This is a VG copy, $39.99. Early 66 repress. That's not a reissue, that's a repress. Still the original year. And it has rare sticker on the front. Limited edition 2 LPs for the price of 1. Don't see that too often. VG $9.99. Mothers of Invention. Retro Class Entertainment. First to Tom Brown. That's sold to Rydell Martin. Nigel Del Rocket put FO. That was, I'm not for sure what FO was. Is there anything FO still left in here? I don't think so. And Brian C. wants Mothers of Invention. Brian C. got that. Tony Caldwell, you were second. Exile, $11.99. Gold stamp promo. That's Exile self-titled. Alvo Dabney, you were third on Mothers of Invention. Now, we still got that one copy that's $100. I can go find it pretty quick if any of the backup people there's interested. But we had the Hot Mix, no, the Hot Ad cover, and it was EX. It wasn't bad, so we got 4 people now, so Oh, freak out. Oh, okay. So I need to go back. So Nigel was first. Freak out. I did it again. Freak out. I think he claimed that the other night. Maybe another one. Nigel Del Rocket. He was first. Sorry, Brian C. He was first then. And then Tony Caldwell, then Alvo Dabney. My bad. That was what they call an old brain fart. Bellotto, across and down. EX copy, $9.99. Bellotto. Bing, feels good, feels right. Bing Crosby is $9.99. Bing Crosby. The Skyliners, once upon a time. The Skyliners is a promo copy, $14.99. Kama Sutra, promo copy. The Kennedy Wit, EX, $14.99, has a promo stamp on the back, JFK. Twisting in Orbit, Joe Houston. Joe Houston's a VG copy, $14.99. Joe Houston. Jamal at the Pershing, Volume 2, Ahmad Jamal. That's a 61 stereo, VG Plus, $14.99. Michael Weil on the Kennedy. There's the nightly JFK record. He has been spotted. Michael was first. Doc Smith first to Ahmad Jamal. That's so to Doc Smith. Classic Rock, the Second Movement by the London Symphony Orchestra. So this is the London Symphony Orchestra doing Pinball Wizard, Hey Joe, ooh, A Day in the Life, Question by the Moody Blues, Space Oddity, God Only Knows, River Deep, Mountain High, and American Trilogy. That's a white label promo, $11.99. David Plunkett, you were second to Ahmad Jamal. The Pointer Sisters, Breakout, that's EX, $9.99. Breakout by the Pointer Sisters. And Whitney, So Emotional. So Emotional, 12-inch single, Whitney Houston. This is a German import. German import. VG Plus, $9.99. Leslie Holt, first on the London Symphony Orchestra Classic Rock. Jeff McMaster, you were second. Josh White, The Beginning. Josh White's VG Plus, $14.99. 63 stereo for Josh White. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, 4 in Blue. EX, $19.99. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, 4 in Blue. That's EX, $19.99. Leonard Skinner, one more, From the Road, VG Plus, $24.99. That's a 2LP live Skinner original lineup, VG Plus, $24.99. The Original Carter Family, Volume 1, Legendary Performers, EX, $9.99. Enclosed book, written by Johnny Cash included, EX, $9.99. Michael Nath on Josh White. Find me that Dionne Warwick for $5 I want. Shrink. I don't think there's any Dionne Warwick left from tonight. I can flip through them in just a second, but I think all the Dionne Warwicks got claimed tonight. Michael Nath, I got you pulled for Josh. Village People, Can't Stop the Music. Village People soundtrack, Can't Stop the Music. VG Plus, $9.99. Kyle Gregory on the Carter Family. We have, here's our first Mexican record. Los Apson, really cool looking cover. It looks like, rock. That's VG Plus, $24.99, and that's a 63 Mexican import. So that is from Mexico, not Spain, and that is rock and roll. That's very cool looking. I'm curious what that looks like. That's a VG Plus, $24.99, 63 Mexican import, rock and roll. The Chambers Brothers, The Time Has Come. The Chambers Brothers, that's the original label. VG Plus, $9.99 on the Chambers Brothers. Time Has Come. Patsy Cline, very cool. VG, $9.99. VG, $9.99. Patsy Cline, Sentimentally Yours. That's on the original label. Michael Weil on the Chambers Brothers. Tony Caldwell second. Mike Post third. Feel the Spirit, Leroy Hudson. Leroy Hudson, Feel the Spirit, VG Plus, $14.99. Los Apos is like the Shadows or the Spotniks. There we have. What was the Chambers Brothers? It's Already Sold. Larry Smith on PC. Patsy Cline. Yeah, the OG Patsy Cline, high in demand. Leroy Hudson sold to Rydell. Alan Hevelone, you were second. Doc, you were third. Here's another one. 12 Exitos Mas. Del Palamo L. Gordon. That is $9.99. Paul was telling me some of these aren't even on Discogs, so no sales history, no listing histories. They've probably never been added before. Por eso te pido, Los Homnos de la Rosa, $9.99. That's also from Mexico, 1973. El Rey de Texas, Flaco Jimenez, VG Plus, $9.99. And Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. Now, we've probably all heard that. Whitney Houston is $9.99. That's a German import. All right, so we had Leroy. Thomas Crown, price and condition from the last crate. Okay, give me 1 second on that. Brian C. on flavor. What was that now? Brian C. on, did I skip one here? Maybe he meant flack. Oh, what was flavor? That might be something still in here. Let me go through those one more time, maybe. Leslie Holt wants the Whitney Houston. And he said, okay, that was this one here. That's sold to Brian C. Okay, let me go through those one more time. Let me first find that soundtrack that he was at the Thomas Crown Affair. The Thomas Crown Affair is $12.50 after the half off. That's on the, I'm trying to figure out these colors here, purple and orange United Artists label. And that's about EX Plus. That's EX Plus. Okay. Now, let's go through these one more time. Jesse said he'd give those for $9. All right, these are new arrivals. We had Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. If you want prices, let me know. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Nice. Blue Jug. West Bruce and Lang. Jerusalem. Exile. Balato, Across and Down. Bing Crosby, Feels Good, Feels Right. The Skyliners, Twisting in Orbit, Joe Houston. The Pointer Sisters, Breakout. Whitney Houston, So Emotional. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, 4 in Blue. Leonard Skinner, One More from the Road. The Village People. And then we have the Los Epson, Del Palomo and Gordon, and Por Eso Te Pido. Let's see here. First comment was Tony Caldwell, Blotto price. Blotto is EX, $9.99. EX, $9.99. How much is Exile? Exile, I believe, was $11.99, and that was their self-titled album. The misprint, I don't know. They tagged that in the back as a misprint. I don't know what the misprint is, though. It says VG Plus $49.99, 1968 reissue misprint, but I'm not for sure what the misprint is. I'm looking for something obvious, but I'm not seeing much. So, oh no, I'll have to do some further research. Tony Caldwell on Blotto. That's sold to Tony Caldwell. Okay, and who asked for Exile? Mike Post, let me know if you want the Exile. It's a gold stamp promo on the back. Very nice condition. And that was $11.99 to whomever wants that. Could be a label. Yeah, it could be on the cover, could be on the label. The Good, the Bad. Uh-oh, I found it. It's the Good, the Ugly, and the Bad on the label. I found it. I knew it'd be something obvious. The Good, the Ugly, and the Bad. I was just saying, be on the lookout for that Dion you sold earlier for me. Okay, so are you saying that I didn't pull something, or is there something still in the crate? That's what I'm confused on. Do you know, maybe, Tanner? Let me see if there's a Dionne Warwick that I showed earlier. Oh, in the future. Okay. So if I do happen to... Yeah, probably by the time I pull some more half off here next, we'll probably have some more. So... Okay, next comment was bundle on the remaining Mexican records. Sure thing. Let's see. I'll do 8 on those, which is 16, and 20 on that. That's $36, and that's 2, 4, $9 off. That's $36 for all those. Mike Post said $10 on Exile. Sell that to Mike Post for $10. Is Dylan in stereo and condition and pressing. Bob Dylan is a 67 stereo VG Plus $24.99. VG Plus $24.99. Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding, VG Plus on that one. Alan, how could you say? Now listen, we buy a lot of records. I don't see this kind of stuff too often. Give me, okay, if not sold. All right. And Russell said yes on Dylan. That's sold to Russell S. Actually, I think earlier Terry commented he wanted all 4. I read that, but I wasn't for sure. He said the 4 Mexican albums. And I think Terry was claiming those at Sticker, and I think I overlooked that. But somebody's about to get a deal, either Alan or him. So I think he was wanting all these. So Alan says he'll take these 2 for $16 and pass on the other one. So I guess we can sell him those for $16, and we'll sell Terry the other one for $20. I think if that works for them too. Okay, and that is, we'll see. That one's $20 and for Terry, and the other one's the $16 for him. Okay, that leaves Good and Bad and the Ugly, Village People, Leonard Skinner, Smokey Robinson. Somebody asked how much was Whitney. VG Plus, $9.99. That's a German import. Pointer Sisters, Joe Houston, Skyliners, Bing Crosby, Jerusalem, West Bruce and Lane, Blue Jug Band, and the Nice. And then the other new arrivals are right over here. I can go ahead and condense these together. This is all the other new arrivals we have for tonight. I'm just going to read through those titles if you missed them earlier. Which was Rod Stewart Smiler, Roger Cook, John David Souther, Count Basie, The Best of the Doors, Richard Betts, Peter and Gordon, Graham Nash, Bette Midler, the Music Graham, Captain and Tennille, John Denver, the Eagles' Greatest Hits, Bob Dylan, Joe King, and Wax. All right, Nathan Myers says he'll take the Whitney Houston. That's sold to Nathan Myers. Nigel, you were second. The Good and the Bad and the Ugly for $35. Terry says he'll take all of them if you don't want them. That's up to you and Terry. Tonight for this, Tony with the misprint label, The Good, the Ugly, and the Bad. I'll do $42 on it. I'll do $42 on it. The Bette Midler, that was $19.99, and that was a quad pressing, the Divine Miss M, $19.99. Okay, and Tony, if you don't want this for $42, it looks like Terry Westwood does. Actually, Roger would have second dibs, and then Terry. Rich Betts, cost and condition. The Richard Betts, I can tell we have some new people on that wasn't on earlier. Richard Betts is $24.99. Highway Call. Highway Call, $24.99. That's like EX Plus, VG Plus cover. Tony says he'll take it for $42. All right, sell that to Tony Caldwell for $42. Roger was second. Terry was third. Rich Group got that. Anthony Smith, the Basie, Count Basie is $19.99. Complete for the first time. Basie's Brilliant, 53 and 54 Dance Sessions. That is $19.99. Near mint. Derek Paris, The Doors was a quadraphonic pressing, $39.99. $39.99. Alan says you can give all the Mexican LPs to Terry. So that was the 16, the 8, the 8, and the 20. Change those from Alan to Terry. Okay. Anybody else? That was all of tonight's newest vintage arrivals. I'm about to go grab some more half-off stuff. Rhonda says a Leonard Skinner and Eagles condition. The Eagles was near mint. That was near mint and pristine, $34.99. And then Leonard Skinner was VG Plus, one more from the road, VG Plus $24.99. That was VG Plus $24.99. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Take a vote. Should we stop at 10 or 10:30? Should we stop at 10 or 10:30? Last night, y'all liked the earlier start. Actually, we stopped at Yeah, I think last night we stopped at, actually we just stopped and didn't do a part 2, I don't think. Dicky bets for 15, 10, doors, break or stop. Probably a break. Yeah, because I'd like to go through a couple more bins of half off for part 2. Let everybody know that's what we're doing. Okay, well, it's going to take me 15 minutes to figure out all the comments. Okay, Sherry Darnell gets the doors. That's so does Sherry Darnell a sticker. Rich Group, we're going to sell him the Richard Betts album for $15. Let's sell him the Richard Betts album for $15. Let me find that again. That's going to go to Rich Group. Anytime I say I'm about to stop or take a break, comments just flood in because everybody gets panicky that the show, they're about to get cut short. So it's like, oh my Lord, let me buy some records. Let's see. Then we had a question for the Leonard and Eagles and then bundle deal. We love bundling. We love bundling. These are some pretty good records here. These would be, I'll do 20 on that one, and I'll probably $25 off would be 20, and that would be 55 for both of them. Yes, that's $5 off. These are like normally like poof, they're gone. 55 on both of those, Rhonda, if you want those. The Eagles is beautiful. Okay, let's see here. Where else? Did I miss any other claims in there? Bundle deal. We got the doors. We got that. And she said sold. Okay, so basically, however you want to do that, 55 for both of those. If I keep on hovering over this crate, it'll be empty before long, which is our tonight's new vintage arrivals. Let me condense these here. I think they'll fit. Well, I'll just wait on those. I've already been through 3 bins of half off. Wow, I've already been through 3 bins of half off. Okay, how about we come back at 10:30? We'll pause. I'll come back at 10:30, and from 10:30 to probably 11:30, we'll do half off records, and that's what we'll do. 10:30 to 11:30 or later, we'll do half off records. I'm probably going to find me a energy drink, possibly some food, and then that's what we'll do. So hopefully you can come back. We'll be back at 10:30 to 11:30, half off records. I'll probably find some new auctions. I still got a half a crate of Japanese stuff I have not. And everybody's like, some people's like, breaks are better. You know, you need a break, we need a break. We can rest our eyes and then come back and buy a lot more records. Right, Tanner? That's why we're here. Probably be a lot of discount stuff. Next week, we got like new collections rolling in. It's going to be insane. Also, if you're local, don't forget about the sidewalk sale tomorrow. All new dollar stuff. It's going to be all new dollar stuff tomorrow. Don't forget about that if you're local. Hopefully, you're coming back for part 2, though. All right. See y'all in 30 minutes.